Humidor shop, Humidor shop, get ready. Humidor shop, get ready. Humidor shop, sports. Humidor shop, cigars. Humidor shop, get ready. Humidor shop, get ready. Humidor shop.
Yo, what's up, man? We back here at Humidor Sports and Cigars by way of Sports Zone. Hey, man, we got stuff to talk about today. And I got my panel here. We at Mario Cigars over here on 95th Street. If y'all in the area, stop by and shoot the shit with us, man, because we here. Hey, I got my man, Embiid Joyce. I'm sorry. Angry Man, Slyvester. Say what's up to the people, Mr. Embiid.
Oh, hey, what up, people? I'm back. And I'll be gone to the end of the season.
First of all, I need you to stop with the little sexy voice. The sexy voice don't cut it. So I need you to speak up because you're not sexy. And on that note, KDL.
God damn.
What is happening, everybody? Good Saturday morning. How y'all doing? Let's get it.
And we got.
Are you done?
Shortest hello to America. What in the world?
Oh, y'all want me to
Hello.
Hello.
Confused.
I'm here.
Like, what y'all want me?
I is here.
All right. I'm present. Still present.
My man PG69 right here to my right. What's
And
up?
that's
man?
what he do. My boy.
What's up, good people? Let's get this show on the road. We got
You got a lot to talk about.
Let's go.
We got a lot to talk
Yeah,
about.
but let's go.
Include your team.
I'm finna cuss them out.
You should, because I'm going to do it for you.
And it's 5 o'clock somewhere. He say he ain't drinking.
No excuses.
He always lying. Lefty, what's up?
Well, since everybody else was short with, I'm gonna be too present.
You
Here. I'm gonna do roll call from now. Here. Here.
President.
Everybody else short with.
Right. Hey man, let's get into it, man. Hey, this morning we get news that Derek Carr has retired from the New Orleans Saints. Out of the blue, after the draft, what they gonna do with QB? Wow. Slash, since you posted it, I'll let you talk about it first.
Didn't they draft dude?
Yeah, man, he tore his shoulder up, man. He done, man. But you know what? David Carr, man, I got my Raiders hat on today next to Plunkett. And of course, the other one that took us to the Super Bowl, but that was one good season. He the best quarterback we probably had.
Over Rich Gannon?
Gannon took us to the Super Bowl, but that was one season. He was good.
So he's better than Stabler.
I said Plunkett. And Stabler is number 3.
In your own words, are you high?
Stabler is number 3. I know.
He got at least be 3.
Come on.
Cardi had no defense.
Come on, man.
I can't put him over Stabler.
I will say I think Carr got
He got a bad.
he got a bad rap in with the Raiders because there was a lot of how many coaches he had? A couple of different coaches.
That's 7.
Yeah, I had a lot of coaches. Like Carr always,
He almost
to me,
had
always
a 10
got
piece.
bad. Yeah,
He almost had a 10-piece.
because the organization was in so much.
He had more than just the
turmoil in
field.
the organization, man.
Yeah.
But I always thought Carr was at very least he's done a starting caliber NFL quarterback.
Yeah. Carr was good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, better than. I mean, I like Plunkett.
Was he better than Jamarcus Russell?
You trying to be funny?
Kerry Collins.
Damn.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all had some quarterbacks.
Y'all trying to really start my team, though, bro.
I'm just saying, man. They ain't lying.
Bears, Raiders, Vegas.
So I got a question. If this would have happened before the draft, you think New Orleans would have took Shador now?
Absolutely.
Yep.
They didn't knew this before the
So
draft.
clearly the team didn't know because they would have drafted it. Now it did come out that he was hurt. Remember we tripped out. We was like, he hurt. Hold on, they didn't announce that.
Well, no, they didn't say his shoulder. They said his shoulder was messed up. That he's probably out for the year.
I don't think they knew. I don't think they knew the degree.
He can't even. He can't even throw, bro. He done.
They would have moved up.
But they would have been diagnosed that, you would think, right?
They called it
By being degenerate. That's something that's
he tore it. The torn labrum wasn't it.
Right.
When they look further, he done.
Unless they brought him in OTAs.
Because you remember right before the draft, that's when everybody was saying should go to New Orleans because Carr was probably going to be out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was.
They say he was out for the year. So, but who did they draft? They drafted.
It's like Tommy John.
Nah, it's worse than Tommy John.
That's what they thought.
They
thought it was like a variance of Tommy John.
Remember when Tommy John was season ending? Yeah, that's like 2-week injury.
No, they still go for the year. They still go for the whole year.
Tommy John served like
that. Right. They do come back quick.
It ain't a career injury like it used to be.
Obviously, they would have drafted. What was they sitting at 7, 8?
They was not.
They right before the
They drafted Tyler Shaw. That's how
Louis,
you say his name? Yeah,
The
Shaw.
boy from Louis,
So,
Yeah, they got to be better.
They're in trouble.
Yeah, they got to be better.
They better.
You got to at least get a better.
Obviously, Pittsburgh will not go
get.
Pittsburgh will not trade for my man in Atlanta. So they need to.
Well, guess what? They on the table now. They on the table.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what can you freaking offer? What can these teams offer?
They signed Randall Cobb. I kind of figure Aaron Rodgers still coming. Because what other reason would you sign Randall Cobb?
That was idiotic.
And what is
like that's Rodgers' boy.
So you trade Pickens for Cobb? I'm trying to realize Tomlin trying to get fired.
Well, you got two dudes.
He got to be trying to get fired.
So you wanted Tomlin to put up with Metcalf and Pickens throughout the season.
But why not do it before the draft?
Why
get some picks for this year?
I agree.
Why not do it for the draft?
When did Metcalf come?
Metcalf was great for the draft.
The Robert whole situation is,
but I'm gonna tell you,
weird, bro.
They didn't know they quarterback either.
I mean, Jerry picked up the phone and said, "Hey, Tom, you know."
No, did y'all hear what Pickens say that the wide receivers they 1A and 1B?
Him and Lamb?
Yeah.
Who said that?
I mean, Pickens is a dog.
Pickens ain't even on Lamb.
I know. I agree. I 100% agree.
Come on, man.
He's not.
That's when I said that. You said with Lamb.
Right.
That's what you said. What?
Well, maybe he's just saying because he's on a team now, so there's no one for him and them.
Maybe he said.
Maybe that's what he's saying.
Maybe he said that because they lockers right next to each
Maybe
other. He ain't talking football.
That's the number. He 1A.
So did Pickens? So did Jerry call Pittsburgh?
Jerry had called Pittsburgh.
No, Tomlin probably called.
No, they said they
He a locker room cancer, man. They wanted him out.
Y'all know when Tomlin get rid of wide receivers. Y'all know how
they have been saying since last year.
He wanted them out.
It was probably his last year that they wanted.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
but I would have thought. I thought they would have done it before the draft, though.
Me too.
Especially when they gave up a second rounder for Metcalf.
Pittsburgh.
They could at least got that third rounder. You know,
Pittsburgh receivers that leave usually don't turn up too much anymore.
Sure don't.
Yeah.
It's usually
once they out of Pittsburgh.
And I understand the man they challenge.
Because you send them to shit show.
But
yeah,
okay, that got to deal with.
Well,
CD gonna want the ball. Pickens gonna want the ball. Like that got to deal with that.
Because when they released,
Pickens got to catch the ball.
My man, he came here first before he went out.
Pickens got to catch the ball because that ball beat him up last year.
Pickens,
bro, he was talking all that smack.
I know, but
and then that game, that ball put a hurting on him. That ball was hitting him all in the throat.
The handful of good passes Justin Fields had last year was the pick.
But that's after
Russ was using them too,
no, Russ beat him up with that ball.
No, but Pickens was the one you just throw it up. See, Pickens ain't got to be wide open to catch it.
He gonna go get it.
Yeah, he go up and get
touches. Good luck, that.
Yeah, y'all, that can went out of there.
Man, listen. Shit show to shit show. That's all that trade was.
Don't be disrespectful, Mr. Jerry Jones.
Dallas still got
Dallas ain't no shit show.
They still ain't got Michael Parsons signed.
That's 80 years old.
Well,
they don't want to give up football control.
He gonna wait till
he won't give it to his son.
He gonna wait till the Hall of Fame game to sign Parsons.
Jerry Jones gonna be like Virginia McCaskey. They ain't gonna get no. Ain't nobody else gonna get.
He's not signing Parsons. Parsons will be gone next year.
Ain't nobody else gonna get.
You do understand the Hall of Fame game is right.
Why would you sign Parsons?
Well, then you should have got rid of him in the draft. Then. If you knew you weren't gonna sign him, get rid of him in the draft. So what you gonna let the man play this Gruntled this year, and then you go that's stupid.
That's not Jerry lives on the edge.
But that's stupid because Parsons will run off at the mouth on his own podcast. Like I can't believe like all these people play my position. They got contracts and shit. Like Parsons will say something like that. Mm-hmm. So why would you want that throughout the season?
Because Jerry don't care.
Because if you're not gonna
really don't. And that's what Jerry's known for, right?
Jerry loves
the receiver, the running back.
Let me ask you.
Zeke. He waited to the last minute.
He waited till the last minute on Dak. After he tagged Dak.
Right. So let me ask you this.
It's become a thing with him.
Do you think Jerry cares? Jerry loves the drama.
He don't care.
Well, he ain't lying.
If you don't pay this man for the season, he loves you're gonna have a disgruntled Michael Parsons.
That keeps.
But Jerry
keeps Dallas in the limelight though.
But when Jerry's team is the most
but he gonna wind up paying anyway.
Yeah, he gonna wind up paying.
He gonna beat this disgruntled, then he gonna pay him. Then
Jerry Jones can put the Cowboys up for sale right now for no less than $10 billion.
10 billion?
But that was a fact, especially with
I thought you said million. I thought no.
Because the stadium rights come with it, then yeah.
You don't care.
Jerry's word.
No, but you know what though? Where I disagree, Jerry do care about winning. Now maybe he go about it in a weird way, but he's one of the few owners, like he really wants to win. Now he do some stupid shit.
He don't know how to win.
No, he do some because like I said,
don't be stupid.
That team is worth over $10 billion.
So
he don't right. On the
so when I say,
but I mean, he makes poor football decisions, but he could easily just hire a GM or whatever and sit.
That's why I said. That's why I said he didn't know how to win.
The older he's gotten, he's made back. GM.
Yeah, right.
Because trading all the picks to Minnesota was absolutely beautiful.
Herschel Ball.
Yeah.
Herschel Ball.
But
the older what got the Super.
But the older he gets, y'all hit it on the head.
And that's what I was talking about. I said that he forgot how to win, basically.
And of course, find the best
because when they didn't have a running back, instead of them going to get Derrick Henry, they let Derrick Henry go and see what happened last year. So
if he truly cared about winning, and he's getting older, why don't he go out and hire you?
He's not gonna do that.
He wants control.
So then don't say he cares about winning. He cares about marketing.
He's been the GM.
He is great at that.
For 50 years.
He let his son be the GM.
For 50 years, he's been the GM.
Bro,
you want him to change now?
You good in draft. I'll give him that.
So you really don't think Jerry Jones cares about winning?
No.
But he can let Steven be the GM. His daughter run the business. You do know that, right? So his daughter run all the business.
I don't believe that either.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe that. You don't believe that.
I don't
if
believe
you cared
it.
About winning, you would do everything in your power to win, not market.
I think the problem with Jerry is
the man signs no free agents. He's good at the draft. I give him that. But he signs no free agents
every
year.
That's
in the last 3 to 5 years, Kev. Before that, come on, bro. He wasn't doing this before.
The man ain't won a Super Bowl since '95. What was you at in 19?
We ain't say he was doing it wrong. He did it wrong.
He was going to college.
You said
well, 1995.
You said the man cared about winning. If you care about winning, you would do everything.
Oh my Lord!
Other than market. The market is done. You kill that. You like you said, you gonna sell it for $10 billion. You get that part.
You do know how to build a team,
but it's been
great at the draft.
This has only been a thing for the last 3, maybe 4 years. But before that, he was signing his free agents. He was doing all that.
Why are you doing it now?
This started with Dak.
Do you know Washington overtook him?
They didn't cap Hill.
Do you know Washington overtook Dallas?
CD Lamb 100-something million. Dak 100-something million. They didn't cap Hill.
Yeah, and you know why?
So you can't just go out and sign a bunch of people
because he paid him at the last minute. He let
But the fact that he paid him,
by the time he paid him, the market was up.
But the fact that he paid him,
no, he paid him before.
The argument, the debate is, does he care about winning? Now the results, he may not be smart with it. He may be the way he's going about it. But I think he actually cares.
That's what his downfall is, bro. He makes all the decisions, and it's like he doesn't listen to anybody else when it comes to decisions, which turn out to be bad decisions on his behalf.
Well, you can't do something different.
So,
man, 80 years old.
We could talk about this to his blue in the face, but the man got all this money, and he did what he wanted to do with his team.
That's his money.
Period.
and will draft from the yacht.
Period. Yes. Come on, man. That's classic. That go down in. That's legendary.
That's the ultimate flex.
After he
legendary.
After he land on a yacht with the helicopter.
First of all, most of us can't get internet signal in the middle of the world. This motherfucker draft them.
You ain't
That's
lying.
a flex.
That's a big flex.
You ain't lying.
That's a flex.
You ain't lying. I swear to God.
Satellite.
I ain't never. You right.
Think about it.
You don't get no signal on the
Like,
water.
get on the boat, go to the middle of Lake Michigan, you be dead.
Hey.
And he was shining sharp at the same time. I didn't say nothing about that.
Long as it Bill Belichick.
Oh.
Long as it Bill Belichick.
Since you want to give me the hee.
Here it comes.
Belichick's girlfriend, the whole report yesterday it was just binging off.
What the hell happened?
Talking about his girlfriend, Jordan, was banned from everything football at UNC. However, UNC came back and said, nah, that's wrong. She's not banned. But this all started when he had that interview and they were trying to talk about his personal life. And she jumped in and was like, nah, we're not doing this. So she handles all his personal public affairs. So she cut the reporter like, stop.
What is her job?
Go ahead.
Her job is to turn and twist.
She's the publicist.
That's her job.
Her job is what?
To turn and twist.
What?
She's gonna end up with one of the seniors too.
So hold on.
But that's neither.
So she down there.
But,
where them fans at? Where them fans at?
So she's the publicist. That's a real job.
She got boots on the ground.
Yeah, Ben say she have that public affairs. So
You take it the way you want to take it.
He is for his personal affairs and all that. Not the stuff that has to do with his contracts and all of that stuff.
If you were 70 something,
his press.
she was 20 something, you'll be letting her talk for you too.
And he probably worried about her. She ain't that much older than his players, so
but
he could be worried about
She's younger than all his people.
I told y'all that.
Listen
to me.
We're not gonna just gloss over what Kevin said.
I'm telling you what's going. Hey man,
he just said that before the season over, she gonna be messing around with one of the seniors.
I can see
She probably will.
I can see it.
Come on, man.
Well, you know, seniors these days 27, so they're the same age.
Well, those are facts.
it's true.
You know what I mean? So
That was like your senior year of high school.
What?
Didn't y'all go to high school together?
Yeah,
first of all, 3 days older than you.
Hold on.
3 days older than you.
Allegedly,
We graduated the same year.
Allegedly.
So what does that mean?
But I think you had some years coming from semi. I think you was a junior and they just put you back when you
I
came.
graduated in 87, just like you did.
That's why he had to move school.
I came out 80. We was born the same year.
Now we all know.
Well, I don't know. I graduated in 91.
Now,
I did too.
hold on.
You did too?
You moved
No.
87
91?
times. You moved 87 times. So
They
you
still graduated on time.
ain't no way your grades transferred
Now, when Pat
to
went to
all those
school,
schools.
when Pat went to school, you know how you supposed to start as long as you're born before September. His was December 1st. So, you know, he was good.
Yeah, no, that
That was 1970. That was 1970.
That was totally uncalled
Bro,
for.
they changed it in 1977.
That was
That's all I'm
totally
saying.
uncalled
74, I was from grammar school.
We know. I was just one.
I was 3.
In 74, you was in the 8th grade twice. I'm just trying to get some understanding.
That was your boy. Y'all always tag team. You see how you turn it on?
I'm on the list.
Little Randy Orton right here.
You just made the list,
Little
man.
Randy Orton right here. Turn on you in
You
a
just
heartbeat.
made the list.
So, with all this all this backlash yesterday with Belichick's girlfriend, UNC decides to hire a separate media publicist just to deal with Belichick's and his personal, name, likeness, all of that.
But you know what? It's for UNC football though. Even if it may seem like bad publicity, any publicity is good. That program's gonna have more eyes on it than it's ever had than ever.
Believe it.
And the thing with Belichick, Belichick ain't a spotlight dude. He just want to wear his little raggedy hoodie on the side.
That's it.
He just want to be a football coach. So if his girl can take the heat from the media and do all the talking and his image and all that, cool. You know what I'm saying? He just want to coach football, but you also want to bring that publicity to the school, NIL deals and all that. You want that publicity. The more they mention you on ESPN and on the internet, the more eyes gonna be.
But on UNC's behalf, It's probably better that they hire somebody separate.
So tell Belichick to go over there and talk to the basketball coach and figure out what his problem is.
Well, he keep getting extensions. Shit.
What I had to do, man.
He ain't going nowhere.
You would Davis keep getting extensions.
Stuck with him, baby.
Matter of fact, who is the director of sports over there?
You ain't lying.
You might need to
But
call
he
him
just
and talk to him.
got Hugh Davis just got somebody to do his tonight. Remember they announced that?
Yeah, they got a GM too.
GM.
Okay,
The GM does it.
And all of a sudden,
coaches doing it.
all of a sudden, you got all these players coming to UNC next year.
Mm-hmm.
All these top players. They got about 6 of them.
They probably one of the top quarterbacks, right? Come on.
They got a quarterback coming, but with the basketball team, they got about 6.
Oh, yeah, they got
six top 25 players coming there.
Where you get from the
Bull got that boy from Michigan, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bulls.
What's Trent's going to do?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that was before they got a GM.
Well,
but no, we should have Michael Jordan as
did you expect the number
He
one
ain't doing
coach,
that.
the number one quarterback out of the number one quarterback not coming in? Where else he going? I'm going to play for UNC.
Right.
This man coached Tom Brady. I'm going here.
Exactly.
Where else would
But
I
the
go
one
if
thing
I'm
you
number
know,
one quarterback?
Belichick.
Always remember.
Belichick has
been at Ohio State.
Belichick has success in the NFL. If you want to be ready for the NFL,
You need to go to
play
the
for
NFL
somebody.
coach.
That is true.
It makes sense.
Nick Saban gone.
Saban's out.
So
Harbaugh's out.
right. So who?
Ohio State will always be the premium program in college football. That's Belichick.
Okay.
Don't have a
Okay, Slab. We understand
Yeah,
that
but
you're a
some
fan
of
of the school.
Some of the problems be
All
when
right.
they get to the pros, though.
But
they
They don't
quarterbacks,
do too good.
quarterbacks is not Ohio State.
Particularly their quarterback. Now,
Are
they
you
wide
high?
receivers.
Okay.
Ohio
Right.
State that had the top one.
Now, y'all wide receiver,
Y'all
wide receiver, you.
I got
What have they done in the league?
Justin Fields was the number one quarterback coming out.
What have they done in the league?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Because don't forget that boy in Texas. He was the number one high school quarterback out of California.
And he regressed last year.
No, he did not.
Who?
You need to stop. CJ is high.
No, he didn't regress what it was. The teams were prepared for him.
Now Will Howard.
Oh,
I
they
don't know
game
why
plan
we
for
got
him, so he wasn't as successful
Oh,
as he
hold on.
was last year, right?
Hold on.
What is that? That's
Ben?
called regress.
Hello,
Look
Ben.
it up.
Hello, Ben. The one old boy from Alabama, that number one high school recruit, that's set because they let the brother play. He transferred to Ohio State. So watch your mouth.
I'm not saying when they in college.
We are receiving you.
I'm not talking about in college. College, yeah, they top of the mountain. But when they get to the league, let's stop talking to him and hear this. When they get to the league, they shit the bed.
Like who?
Not the
Because you
receivers.
just said CJ.
Not the receivers.
Not the receivers. I'm talking about
And the linebackers.
QB.
And the linebackers.
I'd say
Justin
QB's only.
And I believe
QB's
Justin
only.
Fields will probably have the best season he had next year.
Name.
This is third team. Let's see first.
And I'm going to be a Jets fan.
So
You know I hate the Giants.
you're not.
I'm
So
a Jets fan.
Silk
Because
the Jets fan, you would never go over there with him.
What's the Jets wide receiver? He back with
Because you wouldn't have a reason to cut.
You know why? You know
Just
I'm going to be a Jets fan? Because they
Garrett
got.
Wilson.
Don't forget the number. Garrett Wilson.
It's little Ohio State.
Just
It's little Ohio State. out
Also,
there.
it's Washington number one wide receiver from Ohio State.
I said QBs.
But
Name some other QBs
so
that made it big in the league.
So I am gonna. You said Will Howard, he didn't get drafted.
Create crimson.
Cordell, what was the dude that won the
Cordell.
championship?
Oh my goodness.
And then my boy got hit by a car because he was crossing the expressway. So y'all wrong.
Hey man.
Y'all,
He
Yeah.
wasn't crossing the.
Yeah, CJ Barrett. No, JJ
Not
Barrett.
JJ.
No, it was
Barrett is a coach.
the guy who died.
He was a quarterback.
He was
He
in
was a wide
Washington.
receiver.
He was in Washington. No, not him. The
Quarterback.
quarterback that
No,
got
they
clipped
told him
on
he was a wide
that
receiver.
got clipped
He
on the
was a
expressway.
quarterback at
for-
Ohio State. Then
He was
turned
drunk
around.
out there on the expressway.
He got killed.
You know his name. You just don't
And I'm
know.
not gonna tell you. So, but I'm gonna tell you, you know what I like about the you know what I like about the Jets? They got the number one wide receiver Ohio State. Now they got Justin Fields. So I'm gonna be on flip side. I'm always be against the Giants.
Dwayne Haskins
That's
Jr.
right.
Right.
Dwayne
It was
Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins.
Right.
Yes, he was.
So he was drunk on the expressway. And got
No,
killed.
he was. It wasn't that he was
No, he
drunk,
wasn't
bro.
drunk.
And it was just-
He had a car. His car had a flat or something on there. He tried to cross the
Somebody
lead
hit him.
to
Dude got
get
hit by a
help.
truck.
And he got
What
hit.
time in the morning was it?
4.
So
Well, we don't know that.
I mean,
They
he's
say that,
drunk, man.
Real classy, Bernard.
Right, we don't know that.
Classy. The man is gone. You gonna say the man is drunk? Now it wasn't his wife in the car, but I mean it's still, stuff happens.
Where did that come from? What?
Yeah.
Real classy,
TMZ.
Real classy, son.
It's like all the dirt.
At 4 o'clock in the morning, he wasn't coming from practice.
All right, we're not gonna talk about high school.
No, he was going to practice.
He was going to practice at 4 a.m.
He was, seriously. Look it up. He was going to practice.
I didn't even think he was signed.
Remember the story. I'm serious. He
was signed. He was with Pittsburgh.
At 4 o'clock.
That was Pittsburgh.
He had signed with
It was
Pittsburgh.
actually 6 o'clock in the morning.
He was 4 hours away.
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Remember the
He
story.
was 4 hours away.
Look it up. Look it up.
I'm just saying.
He had got signed with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is just signed.
So he must have been driving from Washington to Pittsburgh to make it to practice.
Yeah,
at
first
4
of all,
That's
man,
actually a
don't-
long drive.
You make a big story about a deceased
A little
dude.
bit of a ride.
Hey, man. Hey,
You
don't-
harping on a deceased dude?
I'm not harping on it, but I'm just spitting the fact.
Okay.
The math ain't mathing.
All right. We're not gonna do this.
Yeah,
We're gonna
okay.
talk about-
Let's
We're gonna talk about Bill Belichick.
I just want to read this one bullet. I just want to read this one bullet point to set this straight. Toxicology reports reveal Haskins had a high blood alcohol level and also tested positive for ketamine, oxymorphine, methamphetamine,
So
and norketamine, whatever that is.
Practice, huh?
All that is allergy medicine.
If I ever get locked up, I'm gonna slide be my lawyer.
Right. all that stuff is inside your allergy medicine.
I'm just saying.
Allergy medicine?
Allergy medication.
I'm just saying.
Hey, man.
So
I'm
was
not
taking-
trying to.
I got allergies, so you ain't gonna tell me all these for allergy, brother, because I ain't got all these.
So he was disoriented because he had allergy. Look up your allergy medicine. You see, y'all guys will never know what's in it.
So he was taking allergy medicine.
And then I've done it.
Ketamine is not an allergy medicine. I don't care what you say, buddy.
Well, that's
That man couldn't pass a drug test he studied.
That man,
That's just a lot of
But-
shit in the system.
he'd have failed that tremendously.
So now look how y'all just switched,
I mean,
just like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
just
No,
like
but
that.
was trying to
You was
cover
right
it.
though. I mean,
I'm just saying. I'm
give you
just
props.
giving the facts.
Yeah.
Right.
You can give him a 6-week course and he'll still.
Now the other facts.
This dude is fixing. He tried to fix
Right.
it.
He
He was
tried
going to
to
practice.
fix it. He's going to practice.
yeah. He was going to practice.
That whole fix it.
Stand up.
He's
Remember-
going
I
to.
remember the story.
Okay. He was going
Come
to
on, man,
practice.
let's move on off this.
He
Man.
was going to practice.
Man deceased, man. Come on. Now.
Giving
Yeah,
out that.
Right.
All right.
He
What's
was
the
giving out that
what's the
deal.
next story?
But hey,
The
the next bullshit ass story is your man like this on Law and Order.
Stephen A. Smith. Let me tell you something, man. I'm so pissed off. So they all week the damn trailer. I thought Stephen A. Smith was in the whole episode. He was in there about 3 minutes.
No.
At tops.
Two.
I gave him a props.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
What a clown.
2 minutes.
Hey, Stephen A. getting paper.
But listen,
Not down before Tutiolas even
listen.
acknowledged
Understand
on the
this.
show.
You know how much he probably got paid? though?
Understand this.
So they wrote him off the
Stephen
show. They wrote him off the
He
show.
was
He was a sports agent. I'm thinking like, okay, he gonna be in the show for
Mhm.
2 minutes before they did the dun dun. He
Yeah.
was
So
gone.
he was the opening
He
scene.
was-
He didn't
yeah,
open the scene.
he was gone.
He didn't
Matter
get
of fact,
past the intro.
he took 2 shots to
I
the
ain't even
chest.
see. I ain't even see it.
He took to the chest, and
Just Law
then
and Order.
he laying there with an earpiece, and his forehead was shiny as well.
He don't even act dead good.
So wardrobe had the man head shining. Makeup didn't hit him right.
It was terrible.
Man, it was terrible.
Wow.
It was terrible.
I'm about to go back and watch this.
Bro,
I don't even watch that Law and Order, but when I saw Stephen, I said, let me check it out this week.
Man, listen.
Stephen
Wow.
got checks coming in from everywhere.
He
man.
got them everywhere,
Yeah.
man.
You might not like it, but he doing it.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Watch
that man
it.
is
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the clip in our group, and y'all can see it because it's that quick.
But hey, I will say this
He get
about
wrote off
Stephen A.
General
Man. As much as we all talk shit about that man, he put a lot of brothers on over there at ESPN.
He do.
Like he do stand up for the best. So I give him his props on
And that's
that.
why they don't disagree with him on the show. You ever
Yeah.
notice I couldn't agree with you.
Like
more, Stephen A.
he
You know why they do that?
definitely he put a lot of brothers on.
Well, I don't know. He
I mean,
put Sharp on because don't forget.
Yeah, Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark stayed into it.
He put Clark.
Ryan Clark did that. No, Ryan Clark got that on his own, bro. He didn't put Clark on. Because remember when Ryan Clark, when they was back on cold pizza
Mhm.
and all that, him and Ryan Clark stayed into it. ESPN had the
but
ESPN
that's
had
good
the
ratings.
You know what? That made good ratings for the
That's
show.
good rating.
No, but they
You're
didn't
right,
put
though.
them on.
Yeah, I give you that.
They
Like,
stayed into it. When
Okay.
ESPN had to come in and intervene.
I always
They
thought they said
basically
Ryan
they had to
Clark.
apologize.
Want to stimulate
Yeah.
people?
No, they good now. But back then, man, you know Ryan Clark, man, once you try to come for him, he come for
Oh,
you.
yeah, Ryan Clark.
He talked about that man hairline on the show so bad, I never forget that.
well,
You talking about Ryan Clark clothes and shit?
Well, I would now because they look horrible. They remind me of some shit being with. But
that was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. Because for the Derby, if y'all didn't see, I was real slick and shy.
You were. And Kevin.
Well, Sly wouldn't know because he wasn't there.
I know I wasn't. But you know what? That hat you had on, bro, I got to give you your props. I love
the same hat TB had on, actually.
I know.
Y'all look like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in Twins.
Bro. Wow.
Look, Danny DeVito?
Who's
Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito, yo.
Whoa.
Danny DeVito.
Whoa.
Me and TB to that.
Whoa.
The counterpunch was on point.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Counterpunch was on point.
He ain't never.
Counterpunch was good.
He dodged.
Yeah,
He came back.
Yeah, that was a good.
But this is a long show. This is a long
Yeah,
show.
It is.
This is a long show. So
that was so good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
get off that stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna change that one because Kale, that was good.
That was
good. That was good.
Thought y'all was cool.
Listen here. We might as well go ahead and get into the NBA because
let's talk about the greatest team.
we ain't gonna go there yet. So just slow down.
Let Pat be honest about his own team first.
You know, we was off last week for the Derby. It was a lot of stuff went down. You know, Lakers in 5.
Whoa.
I'm
Whoa.
gonna say it one more time. The Lakers in 5. Would you like to? What happened to them?
So why would you want to bring them up first?
First of all, I didn't say the Lakers was going to win it. I said they were going to win the series, number one. And number two, I can be honest about my team. Minnesota took them out. The fact that we didn't have a big man caught up with us.
But when I told you that, you said y'all was going to be fine.
Oh.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to go a different way. But, they took us out. Congratulations, Minnesota. I got no excuses. I mean, I can start with JJ and I can start with,
LeBron was injured, right?
But I ain't going to do that.
Yeah.
No, he
got hurt
game
last
5.
game. Yeah, he got hurt the
third
last
quarter.
Don't do that.
Well, since Kev didn't want to dwell on, I dive into it. Let me dive into it. JJ Redick is first.
See, I didn't want to go.
That was a horrible job. You don't play. No NBA coach plays the damn same 5 for a whole entire half.
He had his tips.
So 2 games in a row.
That's terrible.
That is
That's
one of them was 40 years old.
Especially with one of them being 40, and then the other one that you came out afterwards and said it's not in shape. Mm-hmm. But you left him out there for a whole entire half.
To get targeted.
That's just poor coaching. And then you go into the elimination game, and you came out prior and said Jackson Hayes was not going to play. And then Rudy Gobert goes on and looks like Wilt Chamberlain out there.
Right.
Like 27 and points and 22 rebounds. He ain't seen that since grammar school on the Nerf rim. He never scored that. Like it was utterly ridiculous to the point where the players just kind of checked out.
So
JJ
is first.
It gotta be
JJ first, right?
JJ is the man.
Then you did the ultimate and put a dude in that got traded with Luka that hadn't played a game since December. You put him in.
Right, put Keaton in.
Over Jackson Hayes that had been playing. I don't even like him. But Gabe Vincent that had been playing.
He's terrible.
Vanderbilt that had been playing.
He's terrible.
But they had been playing, bro. I'm not saying they're not good. What I'm saying is they had been in a rotation leading up to that. And then they can't play them.
So who number 2 on the list to get smoked?
All right, I'm done.
You have to give it to Luka.
Well, it got to be Luka. Then it got to be
2 gonna be Luka.
No,
it got to be Luka.
No,
because it's defense.
It's not.
You want to put LeBron.
No. I'm
you said 2, right?
I already know who it is.
It ain't.
The GM.
AR-15.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 2?
Number 2. The man didn't show up the whole series, bro. He balled out all season long. And when he got to the playoffs, he pulled a James Harden.
No. I agree with you. He didn't play.
His average
You're
drop.
right.
His average
But what
drop.
I'm saying is, I can't put him at number 2.
Hey, I'm putting him.
You're right. He disappeared. I 100% agree with you on that. But you can't put him at number 2.
But
He disappeared more than Flacco on the show.
Man, he ain't.
But in his defense, he was guarding
Whoa.
Anthony Edwards too. I mean, he was guarding Ant-Man too. In his defense, I mean, we tend to forget how hard it is to guard the best player on another team, and then still come out and average score over 20 points a game. That's not easy to do.
So we're giving excuses.
Not an excuse. That's
You can't put him at number
fact.
2. You can't put.
He was
all
guarding.
three
He was
guards.
guarding
number 3.
Luka.
Let me ask for everybody that
But you
played
can't put him
ball
at
on
number
this,
2.
who played
And he's the
ball.
third. You can't do
Anybody that played ball on this panel know if you got an offensive minded dude that's coming at you, what do you have to do with him?
You got to put the pressure
You
back
got
on
to put the
him
pressure
defense.
back on
You gotta
him,
go at him.
and he was
You got to go at him.
nowhere to
Yeah, but
be
he's not.
found.
He's
He's
the
not better
third
than-
option though.
Right. You can't put him.
You can't go at somebody if you're the third option.
So he couldn't get 15 to 20.
He averaged 17. I see. They dropped from 20 something. He dropped about 5 points
All year long, that's all I heard was AR. Hey,
But you can't put him. You can't put blame on him.
He
over
didn't show up,
Luka
bro.
and LeBron.
He
You
didn't
can't
show
do that.
up.
He's the third option.
He didn't show up. The third
reason-
option is what they got that got them to that seed.
It-
Was the
I-
third
I-
option
I
got
get
them
that.
that seed?
I
Bro,
get
I
that.
agree with that, but there's no way in hell
They
that
got
you can
that
put-
third seed
you can
because
put-
of
you can put a
He was
dude
one of the main
that's
reasons.
the
He was
third.
one of
That's
the
the third option, and put him at more blame than 2 Hall of Famers.
oh they
Well,
getting
you're
him
one Hall
more.
of Fame. One of your
Can't do
Hall-
that.
you ain't gonna put on one of them because you're gonna say he's 40 years old.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna make no.
So you're gonna
excuse
put on the
whatsoever.
other one that's already out of shape that they traded for. He was
No,
out of shape when he got there.
No, I'm gonna put it on the other
I
one
can't wait
That's
till we
it.
get on most.
that they.
You ain't gotta
target.
worry about it because I'm gonna get on
No,
my
no,
damn
no.
self.
Not like
I'm
I-
gonna put it on the next dude that scores 20 points in the first quarter and nowhere to be found in the fourth. That's
Don't give me-
targeted the entire game because of his defense.
Don't
and
get
he's
me
trying.
on that.
Then I'm gonna go to the 40-year-old who throws the ball away. First of all, don't score in the fourth quarter, but he's the GOAT. Secondly, the man throws the ball away every game, crucially.
He just
Wait,
slapped
he
both
coming. The
y'all.
man played the whole second half.
He slapped both y'all at once.
I'm
Y'all
going
both
down
flat
the
up because y'all mad now.
No. I'm
Talking
going down
about the
list.
king. He talking about the king
No,
over here.
I'm going down
He's
the list.
wrong.
I said JJ, I said Luka, then I said LeBron, and then I go AR.
But
But LeBron deserves blame too.
Definitely.
If you the GOAT, dog, score in the fourth quarter. If you the GOAT, stop turning the ball over in the fourth quarter every damn game when it's crucial. Stop doing that, dog. But we ain't gonna say that. 'cause
he turned the ball over.
Yes, every game in the fourth quarter.
Mason,
Not only
He also got rebounds, blocks, and plays some great
crucial in the
defense.
fourth quarter.
Mason,
In that fourth quarter, he
like
played
Johnny
good defense
Mason
and
had
got some rebounds. So what about talk
I
about
didn't say
that?
it did. I didn't say
Okay
it did.
then, so
I
stop
didn't say it
it.
did.
So don't do that.
But when you turn the ball
Don't do
over,
that.
crucially trying to throw the ball in bounds, every game in the fourth quarter, similarly like he did with the Chicago Bulls, that's a problem. That's a
I'm
problem.
listening.
So then you can't call the man the GOAT because GOATs don't do that.
What is all this GOAT?
But that's
What
neither
this
here
got to
nor-
do with the
but-
Lakers
no,
losing
I was
and
saying that's what they call it.
the GOAT?
But we can get to AR.
No, that's what he called himself.
No, that's what.
No, some people call him that,
no, some people call it.
and they have the right to.
But what I'm saying is,
They all YNs.
you got to add it all.
No,
up.
they have the right to.
They all YNs.
No,
But here's what I'm saying though. You got to add it all up. You got to add it all up to why they lost. He's a part of that. So it's
all right, man. You starting to repeat yourself at this point.
No,
Can we move on?
you don't
Because we're not
No,
going to talk about the Lakers for 30 minutes. Because we got to talk about the Clippers. We got to talk about James Harden. So you're not going to control the show and talk about the Lakers.
No, we got-
It didn't bother you.
But it sounds like you got to rebut.
I definitely have a rebut. Like I said, Reddit, of course, gonna get the bulk of it because it was a poor coaching job.
Yes.
The problem I have with you and the GOAT saying
He's so disrespectful.
is that it's funny how nothing that the other so-called GOATs did in their 40s counts. It's all eliminated. But everything he does that doesn't, like,
In the short
negatively
term.
in the short term somehow affects his legacy, which is bullshit because Michael Jordan at that age didn't even make the playoffs. Let's start there.
And we're not talking about Michael
I'm
Jordan.
just using this
No,
example.
don't you
Just an
do that.
example.
Don't you
Let me
do
finish.
that.
Let me finish.
Don't you
No,
do
no, no,
that.
what, no. Your statement was the so-called
I didn't-
GOAT.
Because that's what they call him.
Okay, then.
It kills me when you talk about LeBron. LeBron fans got to bring up Jordan. I said nothing about Jordan.
Who else
I
they
said
comparing him to?
GOATs and so-called GOATs because that's what they call him. That's the only reason. I didn't say compare
Okay.
the goats. I said they called
Just because you
him the
diss
goat.
him nicely
So
don't
you-
mean it ain't a diss.
They're right. So we
No,
can talk about
I'm
it.
saying they call him.
And just like Mike
I left
said,
everything
you
on
want to
Mike.
leave him out. So stop.
Mike ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
That's
but
what LeBron fans-
Anyway,
fans
Luka
always
got to get
do.
in shape. Let's go to the next.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you
So-
ridiculous.
Luka got to get in
You
shape.
ridiculous.
Why?
Pathetic.
Why? Because I talked about LeBron. I'm ridiculous.
Luka got to get in shape.
But when I was talking about Austin Reeves, you ain't say nothing.
Come on, man. We
gonna stay in LA. And we're gonna move over
Please,
to the
let's.
Clippers.
Let's.
We're gonna go to the Clippers because man, everybody was like, "Oh, Kawhi's healthy. He balling. They
Kawhi
championship
was
ready. They
Kawhi
championship ready."
Zubac ball too.
But the man that needs the ball didn't show up again.
Well,
He
I mean,
didn't show up again.
He
I
started slow with Cherokee to game 6.
That's what happened.
You know that.
Well, he shouldn't have flew in.
Well,
Wait, but who?
Cherokee,
Cherokee.
you know he had Cherokee the ass up there.
Oh,
He flew in.
He flew
game
in.
6.
Wait a minute, Cherokee the who?
The ass.
she got flued out.
She be
She
with
got
him and Lil
flued
Baby in Atlanta.
She got flued
If
out.
y'all follow, that's part of his group.
Yeah.
Y'all might not know.
I mean, nothing surprising. It's Harden is Harden. I mean,
But
you know what it is.
I know a guy that sat on this very panel and said the Clippers was gonna clip. That's what they. I know a guy that said that. I know a guy that said that last year, the year before, the Clippers gonna clip.
This
I
guy
don't
got.
care how
Does
good they
this
look.
guy-
I don't care.
Does the guy
So
got hair?
because Ty Lue,
What's
Does he
gonna
have
happen?
hair?
Is he from
They're
Harvard?
gonna clip.
Is he from
I
Harvard?
say it every year. Yeah, yeah.
so because Ty Lue is Doc Rivers' protege, is that right?
Yes.
Oh,
Now see,
man.
he gonna say that.
Yes.
He
Now,
gonna
I-
say that.
now, a guy on this panel said this many a times, but y'all said that guy was crazy.
Oh, man.
But
Can't wait to say that.
you know, facts are facts.
Does this guy have a
now
Jeep?
let's do the blame tree on
He
that.
does.
Let's do the blame tree on that. Let's go to Clippers blame tree. Y'all better not put Kawhi. Because Kawhi balled out the entire series.
This
No,
will
he
be the,
didn't show
They
up.
wouldn't
He
even been in the
didn't
series
show
without
game
Kawhi.
7. He
well,
didn't show game 7.
He the only one showed up game 7.
No,
He the only one cared.
Well, well.
Like, I give it to Zubac.
This will
Zubac
be the
balled out.
first time that we don't blame Kawhi.
No, you can't.
No, because he sat out the rest of the season.
You
No.
got to be number one in
He
this.
sat out all season.
Damn, they all see.
No, but Kawhi balled out.
He
Kawhi
balled.
balled.
He
Don't
balled.
do that.
He did ball this year, so he's out of
I'm
there.
talking about in the playoffs.
So, season and playoffs. He can't
Harden
play this
gets
year.
Not so
number
much
one for this.
season.
So I think the question is, at what point, what is the balance between coaching in these situations in the playoffs and your stars? And this goes for all the teams.
No, that's a good segue.
So
because
because we can, what's the balance between
It's the 50-50
between
ratio.
good coaching and then your stars being stars?
It's the
can
50-50
I bring that
ratio.
up? Can I answer your
Yeah.
question?
Just
Because I'm going to get off the Clippers.
that's
Great
the
question.
The great question is, you know who does that? The Boston Celtics. Because you want to know why? Their coach is pathetic, and they got that dude that went around here talking about he practiced with Kobe. He's soft as boo-boo. He's so soft. Tatum better not ever.
Can we say the same thing about Giannis?
And Brown. No.
So
Tatum and
No.
Brown
Okay.
are the two worst $300 million players
No.
you ever want to see.
No.
They are
No.
absolutely pathetic.
no,
They are trash. And guess what?
I'm not
They
gonna let
coach
you say that.
Masula is even worse.
if you're
First
gonna
of
get
all, now you're going too far. That's
No, I'm not.
Just say they're having a bad series.
No, they have no bad
Don't say they're
series.
trash and all that.
They are trash. They
world
so.
champions, so don't.
They don't care about them being world champions.
So they
So
start
what?
in trash.
Yeah, just like you know
No,
who
sir.
they remind you know they set this one going to remind you of the one Doc Rivers coached. They were one and done, and so would this crew be.
So let me ask you this:
Oh wow.
How come y'all
They're
didn't
gonna
get
be
it?
just like that crew, one and done. Everybody hyped them up
You talking about
when Doc
championship?
got there.
Talking about
Yeah,
championship?
yep, they're gonna be just like
Okay.
that crew.
Well, I didn't see the same energy when Giannis lost. I didn't see the same energy when Devin Booker and Kevin Durant didn't make the playoffs.
I did.
How come certain people get passes and then you go in on other people? Why you going in on Tatum and they're still in the damn series? You
Because
didn't say that
Tatum
about
and them been
Giannis.
putting down the
Giannis
competition all year.
You know Giannis done lost in the first round the last 2 years?
That's Doc Rivers' fault. I'm blaming
No, it ain't Doc Rivers' fault.
It is. I'm blaming
Giannis
But
should get that
that's
same smoke.
what I'm
I'm
asking.
blaming
What's the balance between coaching and
But
when your stars
the
are being
front office,
Giannis done went out the
the
last 2
front
years
office
in the first round.
failed
I say nothing about
and don't you disrespect Giannis. Giannis balled out in that series. The front office failed Giannis.
Okay. What about Devin Booker? Ain't he a superstar? Ain't his team in Phoenix? How you don't get no smoke? The man didn't even make the play.
The
He didn't
owner,
even make the play.
the
Hold
front
on.
office.
So
let me
How
stop
come-
you right
how
there.
come we get
Let me
smoked
stop
to
you
certain
right
people,
there.
don't get to nobody else?
You can't
Devin
give
Booker.
Giannis.
Devin Booker is
Leave
not.
Giannis out of it.
He is not a
The front
superstar.
office failed
So
Giannis.
stop. He's not a superstar.
Who ain't?
Devin Booker is not a
Oh
superstar.
my God.
So stop.
Oh my God.
Stop that. He's
Nah,
not a superstar.
Is that his team in Phoenix or no? Yes
He's
or no?
not a
Well,
superstar.
obviously, because it ain't Kevin Durant.
You're right. Whose team is in Phoenix?
Whose team is in Orlando?
We're talking about Phoenix now. What Orlando got?
Well, Devin Booker been there the longest, but it's
No,
it's
but
Durant's
his team,
team.
though.
Orlando-
He the man.
Durant is the star,
Cool.
the big time star.
No, he's
Booker
Robert.
the man?
So stop.
So, how
There,
come he don't
he's
get a, so y'all, my point is, y'all can't give certain people smoke and not
Bro,
others.
bro, you
So-
You
don't
don't want to touch
can.
Giannis, but Giannis still lost the last
Giannis balled out.
Just because
You
somebody
the front
is
office failed Giannis. Stop, bro.
the man for the
Giannis balled in
team
that last game.
does
They
not
lost.
make him a superstar.
Tatum didn't show up at all in the fourth quarter.
So that's my
Okay,
team.
let's
So,
get
And neither did Brown.
now let's see what I got. So back to what Damani was saying. Yeah, because it comes 50-50. It comes 50-50. First of all, whenever you get up a 20-point lead, it's up to the players to hold that lead.
Twice.
It's up to the players to hold that lead. When the players now holding the lead, that's when coaching comes in. And both of them games, Missoula made a very bad mistake. When they wasn't hitting them threes in the first game, they was up 20 points.
missed
What
45
they stopped going to what they would start doing and start shooting three. That's on the coach.
Hey,
You come back with a game plan, tell him, hey, what we was doing, let's stick to it. Stop shooting the three.
I agree.
Now, I ain't going to give it to you. They done wet the bed 2 fucking games straight. Tatum and Brown. Brown played in that last game. He played well. Tatum played soft as hell. I always say they play soft as hell. Motherfuckers take the ball out their hand like this. With no hesitation. That's how it is.
Like I used to do left.
I don't know about
How
that.
did I know that was coming?
They make too many ill-advised turnovers, bro.
The ISO
Dribbling
got
the
to
ball.
go.
ISO.
The ISO,
That's what I'm saying.
The ISO to shoot the three, that's
All the
trash.
time. And it's
That's
not even
trash.
it ain't even that just to shoot the three. I'm talking about just Jaylen Brown to be at the top of the key, and he'll just be sitting up there dribbling. Next thing you know, the ball is gone.
Can I give y'all my
Jaylen Brown been turning the ball.
And
I
I
give
always
you my
said
theory
that, bro.
on that?
I've always said that.
Can I give y'all my theory about Boston?
What? That you missed
You live by
45
three, you die
missed
by the three.
45 threes the first game and 30 the second.
It
What
goes,
we going with?
it goes a little deeper.
And
Than
they
It
that.
shot
does.
the same percentage both games from three.
It goes a little deeper than that because you know that they are selling the team after the season, right? That
Yeah, the team is up.
that 300 million
But everybody paid.
payroll.
paid all
That
their players.
payroll.
They paid all their players.
They
That
already-
payroll that they got is about to get cut.
Nah, they ain't gonna cut that.
They finna
can't
cut that
They
payroll.
might let a couple people go. I agree
Some
with that.
people
I
are
agree with that.
gone and
I
they
agree
know
with
that. The locker room is in this way.
See, I'm not going. Here's
Don't
what I'm
you
not.
that
It is.
No.
It
I
is.
don't think that's it.
The locker one. Hold on.
I was
Hold
going to
on.
go there. I
The
told you
locker room is all messed up because the players know
No.
they ain't gonna be together. The
No.
locker room is messed up because when you winning, everything is good. You in there, hey, and then when you start losing, now y'all start beefing with each other. The coach has no facial. He just sitting there looking like a dumbfounded
But he
fool,
always, that's why I say you can try that.
and he
But
goes
always looking.
he
No,
goes
he
in there and
always
want to
look
get them.
lost. He always look
He
like
want to
he
get
lost.
them taekwondo references because he into karate and all that stuff. So he's sitting there trying to, and they like.
Taekwondo is a different form of martial arts. Not
Okay, big.
so it's karate.
Whatever it is, he learning, he going in there. It ain't working, man. It ain't working.
Okay,
So
big.
the locker room is a shit show.
Okay, Ben.
Sorry,
I thought
Pat.
that. I
It
told
is.
you.
You know what? I
I
don't think
told
that. I really don't think that's it, bro.
I'm with Patrick.
I don't think that's it.
Aloysius Gould.
Hold on, hold
I don't
on.
think
Y'all
that's
saw
it.
Y'all saw I put in the text earlier. Ben said it, and I was like, no, I was thinking that locker room, right? I was thinking it, but I needed more evidence. I don't think it's locker room right now because you wouldn't go up 20 every game.
You would.
So I can't say locker room, right? Because how the hell y'all go up 20 every game? You're just losing the game. And then you don't have a dude to say, hey, what are we doing? What the hell, right? You don't have nobody to stop the bleed.
Old man Horford supposed
That's
to
what they
settle
missed
them down.
Udoka would stop the bleed. But old man Horford, yeah, he could speak his mind, but he ain't no boisterous dude on the sideline like that. He'll probably cuss him out.
Udoka teams play
But
better
he ain't no-
defense too.
Right, but Udoka would
They
call
do.
timeout.
But
What the
they
hell are
don't.
y'all like? He'll cuss him out.
They ain't got no school.
That
They
ain't
ain't got no
They ain't
offense.
got no dude.
That's why he
they
was
ain't got
having
no
trouble.
dude.
when he
That's
was
what I'm
They
saying.
talking
They don't
about
have a
the
dude to be like, hey, man,
Even
Well,
with
hey,
Boston right now,
they
the
ain't
defense
got
is
Really what it boils down to Boston is. They think they think they're indispensable right now. They thought it before they got to where they were. First of all, last year,
that they
first of all,
can-
last year, and I said,
I can
yeah,
go with
now
that.
you can agree with this. I said this at the beginning of the year. I said, I don't see nobody beating them in 7 games. I said, but everybody's healthy. New York wasn't totally healthy last year. Indiana wasn't totally healthy last year. Now they all healthy. So that getting up and down the court, getting your shot off like you used to, that's gone now. You can't lack on defense. You get up 20 points on somebody, you start playing lackadaisical. You start 2 straight games. You start shoot 3s. You turn the balls over, and you playing defense.
Well, Boston always turns the ball over.
Yeah, but they defense is not the same defense that they played last year, Ben. It's not.
And let's keep in mind.
You're the deepest
and let's keep in mind, Porzingis has played 14 minutes the whole.
Yes,
and Porzingis is a matchup problem for New York.
Well,
he
got that same.
When Porzingis healthy, he puts him over.
He got that same
viral
that Sly had back in 92.
Chlamydia.
That wasn't viral though. They said viral.
Oh, my bad. That's not you, Sly.
I caught it in my throat.
I don't know what you're doing in your bedroom.
Mono.
Well,
but they said something like he can't breathe or some shit.
Right. They say it was some kind of respiratory shit he had going on.
No, but they say something like he can't breathe.
That's why I say it's viral.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
How did you get rid of your
doctor friends? What is it?
How you get rid of yours? I mean, we need to go to the professional.
Penicillin.
Or is it still ailing from?
So I drank penicillin.
Hey, Damani, but even with that Porzingis matchup, did you see how many times they had a mismatch down low and they couldn't get Porzingis the ball, bro?
First
of all, Jalen. First of all, Brunson. Anytime Brunson is sticking anybody on that team, they need to be going to the block.
Oh, yeah, you need to.
They need to be going to the block.
You definitely got to eat.
We go. What I'm going to do, because I give Thibodeau, I get him when he fucking up, but I'm gonna give him his credit.
Let me tell you this:
Tom Thibodeau team, they built that team, and I'm gonna give Rose his credit too. They built that team to be Boston.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna tell you
I
this:
agree.
To me, the best player in that series is the left-hander, because when Brunson jab step you,
first of all,
bro, he got one of the sweetest moves in the world. He jab step you and you take it, and he goes that left hand.
And he doing it on Drew.
My number one.
Doing it on Drew Holiday.
He
wears it up.
Thank you for the.
He wears it up. He wears you up. You hear me?
Drew Holiday gets the smoke. Number one.
I want to go there too.
Number one is Drew Holiday getting the smoke.
He can't do that with Jerry.
They got to trade that. They got to change that up.
Put Derek White on.
He can't guard him. He can't guard him one-on-one.
He too busy
to
shoot.
Change that.
Put Derek White on him there.
He want to shoot the ball.
Derek can't guard him.
But at least Derek White's taller. But Derek White can bob him.
I'm going to make another valid point. When it comes to Jalen Brunson,
he jab step you.
It ain't too many people who stayed that boy one-on-one. Nobody. So I really wouldn't even get that smoke to Drew Holiday.
Let's stop.
He got the best left hand I didn't see.
You want to know who I get his first spot? You know who I get his most smoke to?
You way down on
My number one smoke getter? My number one smoke getter is the dude who jersey I got. He get the most. Jason Tatum get the most smoke for me right now, brother. No. You know what, Pat? I'm glad you said that. No. Yes, he does, bro. Yes, he does. I'm glad he get the most smoke. I'm glad you said that because me and TB had this debate all the time. I always say I don't think Tatum is a superstar. I think he's a star. I don't think he's a superstar yet. I don't think I don't think he's crossed that threshold to where he could be screaming Kobe on the last shot. You ain't there yet, bro. You're not. I don't think he's there. I think as a team, they're a great team, but
maybe
Tatum has the skill set.
He was spraying Kobe,
but it's something missing with him. I don't know what it is. Which is if you look at why Curry didn't play him in the Olympics. That was something different. But I'm saying, but when you out there with superstars with the Stephs and the guys like that, for some reason he's just not at that level.
He's too soft.
Even though he's expected to be, because even in that Golden State, that's the finals that they lost, Tatum should have been the best player on the floor.
He had 100 turnovers.
He should have been. Now I know he got hurt in that last game.
Jaylen Brown had most turnovers. That's the turnover.
Yeah.
He missed a turnover.
But I agree. Some is missing with Tatum. Something is missing with
I can tell you what's missing with Tatum. It's mentality. Yeah. He doesn't have that dog yet.
He's 6'10",
and he doesn't have that dog.
Jalen Brunson
He
got
doesn't
that
have that
dog.
dog.
Bro, he
And
got
as
all
much
the
as you
skills,
hate him,
he got
Trevor.
all the, like Tatum is talented.
Man,
He got
Tatum
all the
got
skills,
it
but now,
all, man.
but when
And
it
I
come to
can't
that,
stand you
you know
keep
what?
saying
When
Jalen Brunson.
ain't finna beat us. I'm finna do it. That ain't Tatum.
Bro,
He said Jalen Brunson, pat, pat, pat.
Yeah.
You know that?
Am I
pat, pat,
lying?
pat? Right. When he do it, when
It's
you
working.
1-on-1, as you see with that game winning shot against Boston, he boom, 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 Jay Holiday, boom, boom to the bucket.
listen.
That was
He
it.
can do that. And he got to step back. He can step back.
He stepped back, man. But I told that boom, boom, boom. As soon as Holiday bit, he right by.
It's not a boom, boom, boom.
It was boom, boom,
You know,
boom, boom.
It's a pat, pat, pat.
He is. There you go. It's more of that. He will go all the way underneath the basket, come back out. Everybody's just standing
What
there.
about
just-
Brunson
What about
passed
we
when he
almost
when he
said?
has to.
right,
So remember,
when he's forced to.
right.
you might remember what we
He a
said.
bigger gun than Kevin.
Who could beat who could beat the Celtics in
Yeah.
7 games?
Mhm.
Now that narrative has
You shot
changed
more
now.
than me.
Now it's who could beat New York in 5 games.
Now,
Before you go, let me change this. I still think Boston wins the series.
Never.
And
This
I
is
still
where
think-
I was
and I still
going.
think
Yeah.
Cleveland- And I still think
Listen,
Cleveland wins.
everybody
I
I
knows
think Boston and Cleveland still.
Tibbs
I'm gonna take the Knicks
I think they
and I'm gonna take the Pacers to win
will
tonight.
Tibbs.
3-1.
The only way
Tibbs
Boston
will
wins the
Tibbs,
series,
man.
They sloppy.
Boston better win
When
tonight.
they play.
They
Come
can't
on,
go down
3-1.
3-0. If Boston wins tonight, it's 2-1. Now, it's the pressure's on New York to win the next game in New York
I'm gonna
because you'll
disagree
get
with you.
Boston rhythm, and they going back to Boston.
I'm gonna
Boston
disagree
has
with
to
you.
win tonight.
I'm gonna disagree with you and say
They can't go down 3-0, bro.
They're going down
Knicks.
3-0.
The Knicks need to win this game tonight.
For the Knicks, I'm saying for Boston.
No.
Boston
I
has
think-
No,
I'm-
no,
I'm
no,
with
no,
Ben.
Can't go
no,
down
no,
I'm
no.
with Ben. There's pressure on New York.
New
You
York
better
has
win
to
tonight.
win this game because if
Right,
they
they
don't,
still up 2-1.
if they don't
You got
win
your
this
foot on
game,
their neck. You got to
if you
finish them.
don't, you gonna get.
But you got another game at home.
Don't matter.
I
Got your
get
foot
it.
on their neck.
I
We
get
all
it.
know that
Got
Boston.
your foot
We
on their
all
neck,
know that
man.
one thing.
Boston
One
is
thing
one
we know:
team they can play on the
Boston
road.
play on the road better than they play at
I know
home.
they can. I got no
Listen,
problem with it. But that's
New
what I'm
York
saying.
better win this
Boston
game
has to win
or
tonight.
Silk. I'm coming to see you.
I'm with Ben. New York better put them away.
It's all on New
Not
York,
tonight.
You
man.
got your foot on their neck. You better put them away tonight.
But
It's
New
gonna be
York-
star
New York-
studded. Everybody
Oh,
gonna
it's
be
gonna- it's
there.
gonna be
They said
crap.
the highest ticket is 50 G.
Oh, it's gonna be crap.
Right.
You gonna
They
see
said the
all
highest
old
ticket is
niggas.
You
50,000.
better win
$50,000.
this game.
I don't
The
say
highest
that.
ticket is
I won't say
50,000.
that. I'm gonna look
I
at it
mean,
different.
he's always been robbing them in Madison.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
it. Ben, I'm gonna look at it
Now,
different.
Lakers is worse.
I'm gonna look at it different. I'm gonna say Boston has to win tonight because Boston can't go down 3-0.
Well, that's a given.
That's a
Boston has to
given.
win.
But New
But-
York can lose tonight.
No,
Have
You do
to-
not want to give Boston
Hold
no
can't
hope.
give
Boston,
no hope.
Boston, the type of team when you got your foot on their neck, you better
I get it.
finish them.
I
And you
totally
know-
get it.
You
I
better.
totally get it.
If they don't put, if they lose tonight, they're in trouble.
Let me
No,
tell
they
you
not.
how
They
it's gonna
still
play.
up 2-1 and they got another home
They
game.
in trouble.
Let me
What
tell
are y'all
you
talking about?
what's gonna trigger Boston.
Boston has to win 4 out of 5.
You don't like this. What's gonna
You say they're
trigger?
not capable of doing it?
What's gonna
I'm not
trigger
saying they're not
Boston?
capable, but what I'm saying
is the
it's
man
not
on the
pressure
sideline.
New York to win
Right.
tonight. They
White
still
is
got another
gonna
home
trigger
game.
Tatum
There's
and
pressure on
Brown because
Boston.
he's gonna be
Boston gotta
doing
win
this.
4 out of 5, bro. New York got to win 2
Spike Lee gonna do this on the sideline,
Yeah.
and that's gonna get them riled
Tatum
up.
and Brown go choke like they did against the Warriors and had
I
the
disagree.
Knicks this shit.
They didn't choke. They got
disagree.
beat.
They ain't
I
gonna
wouldn't
win.
be surprised.
They
I
got
wouldn't
beat.
be
They
surprised.
choked.
I won't be surprised tonight if Tatum run off 40. I would not be surprised.
He's gonna run off 40 and losing that, but I'm taking the Knicks tonight.
Well, that's,
No,
if he run
that's-
off 40, then that's on
That's
everybody.
Donovan Mitchell
But-
that
but
run
I-
off 40 and still lose.
Who he playing with? The 3 starters on the bench.
LeBron too.
Who the man playing with? The man had 50 points.
Garland was back last night though. They won.
No, but the game he had 50 points, 3 starters was on the. You can't win without 3 starters in the playoffs, man. That's not fair.
Hold on, Kev.
That's not
Hold
fair.
on. Hold on.
That's not
Kev.
fair.
Hold on,
Stop.
Kev.
3 starters.
When he
giving him
had-
a pass.
when-
You giving him a
Kev,
pass.
Kev,
You're giving him a
Kev,
pass.
Kev.
Players. The man missing.
You
3
just
starters
said.
So
You
here's the
just
thing.
said.
Here's the thing
in the
about.
playoffs.
Hold on. Let us interject right quick. We're in the playoffs. The man ran off 40, 50, whatever it was,
48.
with 3 starters on the bench.
Yes,
What was they up a minute and a half left?
they were winning.
They was up damn near. They was up damn near 12 points.
50 seconds, it was 119, 112. They was up by 7.
And the man had half the points.
So
So what more you want him to do?
he
All
get-
they had to do was play the clock.
He
Don't
getting,
use that sort
he's getting the smoke just like
Bro, the
everybody
man
else.
is missing 3 starters. Now, they're
119, 112 with 50 seconds,
they're
Kev.
gradually
Kev,
coming
you
back
can't
in.
use
Like
that in that-
Garland was back. I think Mobley is back.
Kev,
Like they're coming
Kev,
back.
they
The
were
man missed
119
3
to
starters,
112,
bro.
bro.
Y'all realize how
Are you listening? They were up 119, 112 with 50 seconds. Stop using injuries as an excuse at that.
Yes, they were
You
winning.
can't use injuries on
Yes.
that point. and he couldn't make the baskets when it was needed.
That's a blown game.
He didn't make the baskets when it was needed, so he gets the smoke like everybody else.
No, hold on.
He couldn't make the basket when it was needed. Man had 48 points.
Hold on.
You want him to do something else.
So he couldn't score in 50 seconds.
Ben,
he hit 48.
Get
to the free throw line.
Hey, Ben, they didn't take another shot. They turned the ball over twice.
Yes.
They didn't take a shot.
That's exactly what happened.
When they
who had the ball the
blew
most?
the game.
Who had the ball the most?
Tip dunk off that free throw.
They blew the game.
Who had the ball the most?
Wait. He wouldn't have that energy if the guy in LA did that.
Oh no, he would have made no excuse.
He would have
He
said
stay
it
off.
was his fault.
How you the GOAT?
The so-called
How you the
GOAT.
GOAT?
He would have said it was the
Say
so-called
what?
GOAT's fault.
So-called GOAT. You gonna
You give LeBron the
Man,
smoke.
You know what he
said
did?
that was
You know what he did? The man had a triple-double. He said, so what? I mean, he still lost. I mean, what you
He would have said it.
Remember that? The man has a triple-double. He
Hold on,
give
what they
him
say? Hold on, let me get it right so I can.
I'm saying
you would have gave the
you
same
giving
smoke
Donovan
to-
Mitchell standing at 3-star bench, he had 40-some points. You would have gave, as you say, the so-called GOAT. You would have gave him that.
You know he would have gave no.
You'd have gave him the smoke.
You'd have
Yes,
said
I
he gave
would.
him the smoke.
No.
You say blue.
If LeBron had 48 and 3 starters were missing in the game,
And they was
I
up
would have
50
the same
seconds.
energy that I have for Donovan Mitchell.
You would say it ain't his fault.
I would say.
You would say that ain't
And you know
LeBron's
that
fault.
vein,
Just like I'm not
you
saying
know
it's
that
Donovan
vein you
Mitchell's
got popping out your head
Just
right
like
now.
I'm saying, it
Tell
wasn't
me you
Mitchell.
lying.
The man had
That's always
48
that.
with 3 starters on the bench.
That don't go nowhere.
If LeBron would have had 48 with 3 starters on the bench, I would have said the same as LeBron. What more you want him to do?
But look, we jumping all over the place. But really, back to the Boston New York series, I think, yes, the pressure is on Boston. Of course, it's a must-win. You can't go down 3-0.
Definitely can't.
You cannot have a team like Boston, was the best road team in the league. You can't get them hope. If they come out, they had you down 20 both games, so it's not like you outmatched.
Exactly.
It's not like you going in here with your confidence down like you outmatched. You just been blowing
You're
leads.
just blowing the game.
So if you come out, especially if they blow New York out, and Boston get
Now
that confidence back. If Boston get that confidence back,
Yeah, it's trouble.
Now if they blow them out, let's say they go up 20 again and keep it and end up winning by 15 or so. Now New York is like, okay. Because technically they've been beating y'all by 20.
They've been,
game. It ain't like you've been just blowing them out. Okay, now
they pretty much won 6 out of the 8 quarters that they didn't play.
They did.
Yes.
Boston has dominated
Agreed.
6 out of the 8 quarters they played.
Agreed. So you're not blowing them out. You just
Right. So you're not overmatched.
Okay.
You're not going in saying, "Man, we just can't beat this team. They too good."
But you're not in
You
panic.
saying that we blowing it?
But we disagreeing because y'all saying New York got to win tonight, and I disagree with that. New York can't lose both games. Boston has to win tonight.
Now,
Can't go
listen.
down 3-0. But New York can lose and still got another home game. You still
They get
have
another shot at it.
NBA, NCAA, high school, grammar school, basketball is a game of runs. I know you heard this before. You have heard it before.
Easy.
It's a game of runs.
Easy.
When you up 20, you know the team is going to make a run.
So stop
They gonna
believing
come
something.
back and hit you in the mouth. You got to be able to take that punch and hit back. And
But what
Boston
you
hasn't
not
been
gonna do-
able to do that.
20
that's
points.
another-
20
But what
points
you
ain't
not
shot
gonna
at.
do.
And here's the thing with
And
that.
what you not gonna do, and what you not gonna do,
I ain't did
and
nothing.
what you not gonna do, and what you not gonna do is say that dude that played for Oklahoma City is the MVP.
I never
I've been
said that.
saying it for the
We
longest
jump over there.
because I don't care about nothing else. But Boston, we need to move on.
First of all, we
What
not-
I'm trying to tell you is
Wait,
this.
Pat,
Hey, y'all,
That is the best thing.
Can
you're
we-
supposed to write in between the
can we
lines.
pay
You
some
stay on
bills?
top.
No,
We're not talking about.
Can
we
we
ain't
pay,
paying no bill.
can we pay some bills,
No,
man?
Yeah.
because
Take
I ain't on the show,
Hey.
and y'all never want to listen to me when I say.
We're gonna
what I
start
have
off
to
with
say.
you, man. Sean, can you
He back.
we gotta go pay some bills,
Sean
man.
back?
He was off. He been off. Just like what's the
I know you ain't talking about
Like
no.
you.
No, you better not say.
I know.
You better not say nothing about
Sean
Sean.
sitting there
Sean
writing
in here.
Raiders hat.
We gotta
He been
take a
off like
quick
a guy.
commercial.
Take a break. I
We
know you ain't talking about
take a
no.
commercial, pay some bills, get some more sticks, and we'll be back with Glass
Is
Take
that the goat on
on
there?
the MVP.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the Army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy, the Superback, Sean Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
You know what's gonna hold that man in jail.
All right, we back, man. We had to pay a quick water bill. Sly, you want to finish?
Yeah. So, as I've been saying all year, and I've been saying this forever, but the guy over there in the black disagreed with me. The MVP should be the Joker. That they fired the man coach, fired his GM 3 days before the season ended. They are up 2-1 against the so-called MVP. Joker should be the MVP without faith. I'm tired of them giving him that award. He should be the MVP for the season and for the postseason.
Well, who was MVP last year?
It was Joker.
Joker.
Did Joker win the chip last year?
Nope. Who was run up last year?
Who won the year before?
Right. So
who was run up last year?
The thing is,
don't matter.
Embiid.
It don't matter.
You know what?
Nobody
The guy
remembers
that was run up last year is about to get it this year.
No, he shouldn't get it
So
this
that's
year.
what's going to happen. He's still
Because Joker had better numbers.
So what?
Huh?
A guy named Josh Allen.
As a team,
I remember a guy named JonahJackson had better numbers than the MVP this year. You remember that? So there's a guy in basketball that's going to have better numbers. He's not going to get the MVP.
That's disrespectful.
But who team has been better all year?
But that's okay. Though.
Oh, let's keep going, man.
Who
There was a
team
guy
has
that
been
got
better?
the MVP in football whose team
So
was
you
better
talking about-
than the
so
guy
hold on.
that was the runner-up.
So hold on.
That had better numbers.
So hold on.
That's about to happen
Hold
in
on.
basketball.
Guess what? And guess what? That's what that dude from Canada gonna do this year. He gonna choke like he do every year. So guess what? He gonna get beat by the real MVP, who should be MVP this year.
So
You just going to disregard shit?
Mike didn't get
the
MVP.
Nothing?
We gonna talk about Mike. Mike should win it every year. That
But
was
he didn't.
disrespectful.
But
That
he
was-
didn't.
Mike had better numbers and still lost. Only one who was compared, only one who was comparable to his numbers was Barkley. But Barkley still shouldn't have won. He still shouldn't have won.
Karl Malone had good numbers.
Karl Malone
Well,
won
like Mike, so.
Malone won one, and because Utah was number one.
Yep.
This is how it works.
No, it shouldn't work like that.
But it does. Barkley won that year. They played each other in the finals. Mike
Right.
won, but Barkley had the MVP. Phoenix was number one. Oklahoma City, number one all year. Shea was runner up last year.
Hey.
You think the boy ain't gonna get it this year? You crazy?
Well, while you living in
He gonna get it.
while you living in revisionist history, It will MVP.
Wait. Hold on. We not
will be.
That was intelligent.
What kind of history we in?
I bet he can't spell it.
Revisionist.
I bet he can't spell it.
They will
in that
lose.
dictionary, baby.
He will lose to the number one MVP.
You talking about in the series?
The only reason he know that phrase because Keita probably was yelling at him and said that to him. So now he regurgitated.
Right. Again, every time I come on this show, once every 2 months, that my vernacular is absolutely.
How'd you know?
Your
right
vernacular.
I agree with you when you're right.
It sounds like you want to say your scenarios.
I will be back. What? I will be back on the Going Away show. What? For the 10th anniversary.
Did you hear what he said? On the Going Away show.
Listen.
Next month.
They said vernacular, but he was really gonna say venereal disease.
Dang it, what?
What is wrong with you, man?
Hey, man.
That's your boy.
I feel like it was unnecessary too, but I'm gonna go ahead.
It was unnecessary, but I like it.
I did. I did a hunch for show.
Now, we got to talk about Indiana.
Yeah. Indiana.
Last year, everybody was like, that was a fluke. You know, they played hard in the playoffs and lost. This year,
a lot of injuries.
They brought the smoke in the first round. I didn't like the fact that his old man waving the flag, the towel. And I didn't like the fact that after they won, they jumped on the scores table like they won the chip. But I'm gonna eat crow. Usually it's you eating crow, but I'm gonna eat crow because yeah, you like yours fried hard with a little lemon pepper on it. But
go ahead.
Okay, kid, you're right.
Well, go
ahead. Halliburton, I did not like his game. I did not like Halliburton's game or whatever, but the best thing that happened for him was being on Team USA. That boy balled all year long and is balling right now. I got to give it to him. He got the ugliest shot outside the slot.
In America.
Oh my. Well, you crazy as hell.
Your shot is horrible. We saw it in Vegas.
Halliburton.
But I had 19 points.
I agree with you, man. He's balling out. The only thing he cannot do, and this is why people want him like he's overrated. You can't have 30 one night and then 2 days later had 8.
Yeah.
And play the entire game. That's not consistent.
But
that's why people jump on him and say he's overrated.
But
that's why he got personal when he hit that shot.
That's people just looking at that one box score. They just looking at that. But if you look at it, he had 8
assists and all that is
assists, rebounds. He filling up the box score, even though he only had 8.
Right, but then you can't tease people and have 30.
I
then
ain't
you
heard
had
somebody
8.
say tease.
And then the next game you'll have 20.
He loved the way tease.
Well, but I mean, but Halliburton isn't. I don't think
He's
no one.
You should have.
But I don't think no one considers him a superstar like that, right? So the expectations for him.
No, he's becoming a star.
The expectations are not that great.
Yes.
Sly said it during the break, man. Rick Carlisle, man.
Rick Carlisle,
hell of a coach.
Is a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
And that stupid idiot.
Question.
That stupid idiot.
Is it 50-50 or is that more like 80-20? I mean, what is it?
I mean, it is, but and I think another player nobody gets credit for in Indiana is Siakam. Siakam been balling over there, man.
He been consistent.
He been balling, and just as a team, and Carlisle, like I said, he was good in Dallas. Everywhere he goes, man.
He was good. The first Indiana run.
The man can coach.
The first Indiana run was good.
The man can coach, and Miles Turner is hooping.
Not just that, the dude,
that Nesmith dude to be hitting.
Now the dude that they missed last year is their defensive specialist. But it didn't match on. That's who was hurt last year. That's who they was missing last year, bro. This year he healthy. He's like their number one defensive man on the team right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with Indiana though is, and we don't get to see them a lot, right? They're not on TNT and ESPN. We rarely see them throughout the season. You just think Pacers. You just Reggie Miller and them. You just don't give them they props like that. But I mean, just watching them in his playoffs, man. Rick Carlisle got them boy. They play hard.
They did the same.
They play on both ends.
But that's always been a Rick Carlisle team.
Yeah,
when they played New York last year, you got to remember New York broke down every time they was losing people.
Usually, I will never agree with Sly about anything because he's not intelligent. But Rick Carlisle is underrated, and they looking past him. You heard all that.
Yeah,
you heard.
He stole on you, bro.
The man did say revisionist history. Man.
That's Keita's phrase.
It's not.
So we all know that. We know who the smart one in the family.
So Okay, we talked about Boston and New York. Think Cleveland comes back as they get healthy?
Yeah.
But what we talked about with Boston Cleveland, that game 3. Now Cleveland went in there last night and won.
Won it, right?
Right. They had a chance to put their foot on their neck at the crib.
They should have.
They didn't.
That was a must win for them.
Right.
Yes.
So
Same situation.
So that's what we said. That's what you're saying.
That was a must
by
win.
Boston. Now, Indiana got a chance to go up 3-1 tomorrow.
True.
They could be straight.
True.
But how big was that game last night? You had a chance to put them away. And Cleveland getting healthy. They're getting their guys.
They get their starters back. If they get their starters back, that series is over. They're the better team, right?
I'm not gonna say they're the better team.
They're the better team. Cleveland is better than Indiana.
They got they're more talented. They're more talented.
They're the better team.
Better team.
So let's not say they lose.
Why you say they're not the better team?
They're not the better team,
Hold on.
man. Why? Because coaching, you got to put it all. You got to put the whole package
Do you
together.
think if those 3 stars
you got to put the whole package?
that Cleveland would have been down 2-0?
Yes.
It's hard.
Yes.
It's hard
You know
to count
why?
Indiana.
You know why?
Right now.
You know why? Because they came in there and they underestimated Rick Carlisle and what he does with the X's and O's. And guess what? They following the X's and O's to the T. They doing everything that man is saying, and they playing hard. They playing not for that.
Gotcha. That part may be true. They underestimated him, right? They took him for granted, thinking they could just, y'all ain't got to play the first couple games. Y'all good, we good. No, Indiana ball. I give you that. But to say those 3 starters put in there, let's say they wasn't hurt, they're the better team. Don't say all of a sudden they're not the better team because they lost 2 games without 3 starters. That's not fair. Because had they had these 3 starters, they're allowed to be up 2-0.
Hold on, man. They only lost 1 game without the starters. That first game, they only had 1 starter that was out.
Garden was
the only one that was out.
I thought Garden was the only one that missed the first game.
He the only one missed the first game.
Mobley and
no, he was not.
Mobley and Hunter.
No, they was not. All 3 of them was in that first game.
Yeah.
Yes, they was.
Yeah.
Yes, they was. Indiana took that game from them. They all was there.
Okay, wait. Okay.
They've been out 1 game.
Missing 3 starters. That's when Donovan had 48.
Exactly.
Okay. Last night, Garland came back.
That's it. That was last night.
So now Hunter and Mobley comes back tomorrow.
I think Mobley played last night. I believe Mobley played last night.
Well,
Hunter still out.
You finna find out? You want me to find out?
Hunter still out.
That's why they traded for the man.
But I mean, at the end of the day,
Boston series.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, Cleveland the #1 seed all year.
All year.
They've been one of the best teams in the NBA all year. So yeah, of course,
they actually was the best team all year.
So of course,
that's why I can't say.
He played 35 minutes.
Okay.
Garland played 25.
The only one that won that last night was Hunter, right?
And ain't like they blew him out.
Hunter played 21 minutes last night.
Oh, so everybody was there last night.
To be honest, I didn't too tough watch the game.
But they was there last night.
My man.
But
let me say this. And Ben touched on it a little bit. I mean, a lot of stuff he can't reach. But
oh wow.
What?
Oh wow.
Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle. Right. Real short. Rick Carlisle is a hell of a coach, though. And I've been telling Damani this for a long time. I like Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle because, and you touched on it, he got disrespected by Luka. He got tired of Luka being immature and he left. That was their one mistake. Let Rick Carlisle go. Rick Carlisle, man, and he coached young boys and vets.
You got to think, why ain't never been a coach of the year?
So I can never figure it out because he don't never had no star.
He didn't get coach of the year when they won with Dirk.
So
no,
he didn't get coach of the year.
No, Pat is correct. Game 1, Mobley 36 minutes, Hunter 30 minutes. The only one that did not play was Garland.
So Garland didn't play the first game.
He didn't play
the first game.
Yesterday was his first day back. Garland.
Yeah, he's the only one.
Garland's big with Cleveland, though.
So they ain't had 3 starters out, Kevin. They haven't had 3 starters out. They've only had 1.
One consistent star out since they tried.
So better team, my ass.
And they're the better team. Stop.
But going back to you talking about Rick Carlisle, if you think about it, his first step with Indiana. Rick Carlisle was a coach there.
With Paul, never show up, George.
Oh,
well, you know what?
Oh,
I thought,
you calling me Paul George?
No, I thought that was I thought that was
you ain't that. You bad. Don't
I thought the Paul George years was what's the coach one with the Lakers?
Carlisle was there.
Joe Carlisle.
No, what's the coach that won?
Boyd.
Huh?
Voigt.
Frank Voigt?
Yeah.
But he had
I
Carlisle.
thought that was the
I
Paul
thought
George
Carlisle
years.
had George too. I
Oh,
believe.
when George was a rookie.
No, he didn't have George.
He never
Right,
had
that was
No, he
that
was
was
the Dallas.
Okay.
yeah, that was the
So
No,
Carlisle was before
no.
Voigt.
That's the dude with the Lakers.
I thought he had him when he hurt himself in the Olympics.
That's what I thought he had it when he broke
when he was short.
broke his leg.
Snapped his
When he
leg.
snapped his leg in the
broke his
Olympics,
leg.
that was
What's the name come in?
he came in after that because he went to Dallas.
Right.
Remember they used to battle.
I don't know.
Cleveland.
I don't know because when
Remember they
Carlisle
used
was in Dallas a long
What
Yeah,
happened,
man.
though?
I think that was Frank. That was
But Carlisle started in Indiana.
I
He
know.
was a hell of a
he
coach
started
in
in
Indiana.
Indiana.
He still was a hell of a coach.
But
Then
you know how
whatever team
when
he had,
Carlisle was in Indiana? Larry Bird had him.
he did.
Yeah.
Larry Bird was the one who brought Rick Carlisle in Indiana.
Yeah.
When he fired Isaiah. He fired Isaiah. He
George
fucking
years
Rick
was,
Carlisle.
them Paul George years was
Frank
with
Vogel.
Frank Vogel.
Yeah.
Was they
Because
used to battle
Carlisle-
Cleveland. They used to battle Cleveland every year.
Yeah,
That
he
was Frank
he
Vogel.
big
Paul
on
George.
2003 and 2003 and 2007.
Who's that Charles said he late to find out.
4 years. He was there 4 years.
Indiana.
In Indiana.
I don't
From
think he coached Paul George. I
2003
think
to
that was
2007.
That was Frank Vogel, dog.
Who was that?
Remember they had Roy Hibbert. They had Paul George.
Right,
They
right.
had what's it, Lance Stevenson. They had
Oh,
remember that squad?
man.
That was Frank Vogel.
Travis Bett.
Who went in the stands?
No, best way before.
Best way.
No, that was Arteta.
Damn, that's that on.
Okay.
That was
Who was that coach?
that was
That was Carlisle. Whenever Carlisle was in Malice in the Palace.
Okay, yeah, you talking Steven Jackson?
Yeah.
Artest.
That was Carlisle.
Yeah, that was Carlisle.
Okay, that was Carlisle.
That was Carlisle.
Yeah, that was back
That's what I said. They had a tough team then, bro.
That was a Jermaine O'Neal.
He was a good team. He was a good coach then. They had the tough team.
Yeah, squad.
That team had a chance to win it.
Yeah,
That Malice in the Palace took him out.
y'all need to go watch that, dog. They have a squad.
And that's when Steven Jackson said he apologized to Reggie Miller because they could have won that because of that.
Yeah, I saw that. And Reggie was like, man, you ain't got to apologize, man. Y'all was my young
So can y'all imagine?
they had a squad.
Imagine the NBA's worst nightmare if the finals is like Indiana and OKC, two of the smallest markets in the country.
That's huge for them.
Who gonna watch that?
I don't know. I'd rather watch them than Golden State.
I mean, y'all watched Denver.
Who gonna watch that shit?
Boy,
Y'all watched Denver, Miami one year. So
That Denver Miami wasn't rated like that.
boy.
So
Ratings wasn't that
Here
high.
we go. We
So
already
can we
moved
bring
on.
up Golden State and why man, I feel so sorry for Steph.
Segue.
Yeah, I feel so sorry for Steph, man. I
You
mean,
don't.
man, he's out for hopefully the rest of his career.
Do you
the rest
really feel
of his
sorry
career.
for him?
that's his career.
Yeah.
Career?
Just a hamstring.
Just say you don't like the man. Man got a hamstring. His career ended.
I figured it
I
out.
hope it's. You know what? I hope he turned out to have a Chris Paul.
I figured it
He
out.
got his hamstring.
Some dude named
It never
Wardell took his girl back in high school. That's
Man,
why.
Wardell.
That's why he don't like
Varnell.
That's his name.
Wardell.
Oh, Wardell. I think about Varnell here.
Yeah.
Wardell.
Wardell, Stephen Curry. So that's why you don't like him, because Wardell took your girl back in high school.
Wow.
All I'm
And then
saying
you
is-
had to go with the other chick that gave you.
They really named him Wardell?
Yeah, that's his actual name.
Yeah.
But
That's his first name.
that's actually his first name.
Come on.
But no, that's his name.
Who
Seriously.
does that to their child?
Well,
Well, his mama for the street, so why not?
Watch
Hey,
your
don't
mouth.
you
They
talk
didn't
about
want
Miss
to.
Curry,
They didn't
you
want
watch
to name
your
him
mouth.
Dale, so they named him
Talk
Wardell.
about Miss Curry. Watch your mouth.
Now, I got a controversy. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. My my conspiracy theory.
Oh boy.
We putting Steph. They saying that Steph win it. It's his era. Some are putting them in the top 5 and the GOAT conversations and all this. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. If Golden State pulls this series out without Steph, does it somewhat hurt his legacy? Is it more of a system than it is him? If Golden State somehow Golden State pulls this out without Steph,
What they did.
I'm just saying yeah.
I mean, let's be realistic.
I'm just saying yeah.
Okay.
Just say Jimmy come in and go off next few games.
Okay. they
Say
win
Jimmy
the
go
series.
back and play off Jimmy and they win the series.
Okay.
Without Steph, is Steph's legacy, is it more like, is it the system? Is it really Steph? Because we giving Steph's era. It's this, even though he ain't won all the finals.
I did post that
I'm just asking the question.
I did post they traded the real point guard. They traded the real point guard out of Golden State so Steph can shine because they wanted him to be the man.
Let me answer the money.
Go ahead.
No, because he's done too much, his legacy is there. So because he missed
wait a minute.
So because he misses a series off injury, it's a hamstring.
The money thing you just said it earlier.
Because he misses a series off a hamstring, it doesn't ruin his legacy. Because guess what's going to happen?
What?
He's liable to come back the next series.
Well, I'm not saying it ruins it.
Then it wouldn't.
I'm not going to say
he
it
got
ruined.
hurt during the series. That don't ruin your legacy.
I'm not saying it ruined it. I said
man pulled his
no. I'm saying when we talk about when we get into these, they putting Steph up there. They didn't elevated him to the Mike Kobe status. They put him up.
Who did that?
You see it all day on TV. You see it all day. It's he ruled. It's not LeBron's era. It's Steph's era. He's going to be top. I'm just saying this is what's being said.
I love Steph.
This is what's being said.
But he ain't Kobe Bryant. So let's stop.
No, he's not LeBron James. He's not LeBron James.
So yes, Steph. If you break it all down, the reason why they're doing that, they're saying Steph didn't beat LeBron what? Two times. Okay, LeBron came back and beat him once. They're saying Steph has won as far as championships between him and
he beat LeBron 3 times.
3 times, okay. So they're saying in Steph's era.
He beat him 3 times.
Beat him
once. No, he only got 4 rings. He beat him twice.
He beat him 15, and then he beat him twice with Durant. He beat him at 15. Yeah. Cleveland beat him at 16. They played 4 straight times.
Cleveland came back in one of them. The 73 year.
Right. That was 16. 15 goals.
Boston, he beat Boston for the only one that he didn't beat LeBron.
Yes. So that's why the comparison between Steph and LeBron. They're saying Steph has won more during LeBron's time.
Right.
Right? That's why they're doing that.
How they won more? They both got 4 apiece.
But he's actually beat LeBron.
So
it's Draymond Green too, man.
So they said Clay.
So they said they said if he wins this year, would that prepare him over LeBron?
Yeah. Would it be considered his era? But I'm saying looking at system, right? I said look. I'm saying in this series, if Steph is that guy, Golden State shouldn't have a chance in hell to win this series.
But they don't.
All right, it's 1-1.
Not winning the series.
1-1.
Let's be realistic.
Okay. So wait a minute. It's really supposed to be.
Man, I know that's your guy.
It's really supposed to be 2-0, but Buddy Hield actually won that one game. Not Steph.
Well, it's about time.
Okay, let me break something down to you.
Crazy in game 7. Buddy went.
Let me just break something down about Steph.
Break it down.
Please do. Because I want to hit his ignorance.
When you got Steph on the floor, everybody in the stadium is trying to guard him. He changes the game because you got to follow him around. That's what the other players eat. That's why Clay ate all these years. That's why Durant ate when he was there. Everybody eats because that man runs around. So you see the offense without him. Yes. It looks
just come block. They don't. Draymond bringing the ball in, crying out loud, like
without him.
Everybody is out of it. I agree.
Now, if Jimmy can guide them, that's just like icing. You putting a cherry on top of some.
Okay, so why he do that the other night?
So you got to understand.
Why he do that the other night? You knew Steph wasn't playing. You knew it was your.
He didn't get up for the game. He didn't get up for the game.
Why?
So wait a minute. Are we watching the same games? It's because I could swear, like back in 15, 16, 17, everything went through Draymond Green. So now all of a sudden, Steph is the one who dictating everything out there. Boy, fucking stop.
Are you high?
You need to stop.
Are you high?
You need to stop. So when did Draymond Green do? Because I know Draymond Green was a hell of a passer. When Draymond Green in his younger years for Golden State, everything went through Draymond Green.
The ball to?
You need to stop, man. You want to keep giving.
Who is he passing the ball to? Just answer the question.
You keep adding and adding.
The man runs around. Dude, that's all Draymond do is dribble the ball up.
No, he don't.
And
Draymond
then he do this. Steph runs off a back screen. Boom, he gives him the ball.
Steve, you know what? You disrespect Draymond Green so much.
You don't like
no,
him.
you disrespect
I'm
Draymond
not disrespecting him.
And
he does.
Everything went through Steph.
No, it did not.
Number one.
Stop.
I agree with you on the.
Everything went through Michael too.
Hold on. I agree with you, Draymond being the.
So Pippen never run the ball up.
Hold on, bro.
Because I thought he was a point guard.
Hold on, bro. I remember
bringing the ball up. Don't mean the shit runs through you. Did you ever play
Is you high?
Did you ever play organized ball, man?
Is you high?
It's a system.
Lefty brought the ball up.
You're right.
Who did he give it to?
It's a system.
Whoa.
I'm just putting it.
Whoa.
Right?
That was my job.
So
Exactly. He
Damani,
facilitated.
you just said something.
I was the shooter.
I'd have shot. You'd have been mad.
Damani, you said something. You said it's the system. It's
Hold
the system. You're right. It's the system. It's the system because of the player that's in the system. The system wouldn't run like that if it wasn't Steph, bro. Steph is the system.
You need to stop.
Steph is the system.
That was the
So who the ball?
It's the same system without Steph. What happened?
So dude, let me ask you a question. Did Cleveland have a system? Did Miami have a system?
LeBron was the
Did the
system.
Lakers have a system?
LeBron was the system.
Yeah, so he was the system
That's
for all
total.
three teams.
Yeah. LeBron was the system.
As long as he on that team, he the system.
He the system,
Man,
man.
I think LeBron do, and I'll admit that.
I mean, the only
Like,
thing,
if
I
LeBron
don't want
is
to
on the team,
keep
LeBron is the
harping.
damn system.
I don't want to harp on LeBron.
It just is what it is.
I don't want to harp on LeBron, but I do feel like
Y'all need to stop.
LeBron has been required to do 10 times more than any other superstar in the game.
I got no argument with that. I got no argument.
Steph's job is to score. Draymond's a defensive
Because he ain't gonna
guy.
give you no assist.
Clay's a defensive
Well,
guy.
he missed
No. Steph do try on defense. I'll give him
He
that.
tries now.
Now he not Luka.
He tries
No.
now.
He at
He
least
not.
tries on defense.
Yeah, he tries
Now,
now.
he
Way
Steph
better
does
defense
I'm
than
gonna
he
tell you
was.
He
this:
tries now.
to be 6'3", 6'4", he is one of the better rebounding guards in the fucking league.
Are you high?
Stop
And
it.
you need to stop.
Stop it.
You need to stop.
Stop
Now
it.
you see, I told you what I tell you. He stack them up like Legos.
Does he-
And you need to
does he
quit.
rebound?
No, Axel. He don't rebound nothing. And you need to quit. You stack them up like Legos. You need to be. You know what you need to be for
The
Steph.
man will have 30 freaking points.
Talking about Drew Holiday.
I mean, that's
I say he is one of the better.
He's like one of the better.
I didn't say he was the best.
James Harden rebounds more than Steph Curry.
by a lot. And he can't even score the last in the games when he counts.
Now, I'll give Steph credit on this. Steph has come a long way as far as trying to play defense because they used to single him out too.
They
don't
still
now,
should.
because Steph gets through. Steph came along. At least he tries. That's what Luka
Steph
do.
do before that.
He tries now.
Steph does.
I already got it.
Luka
man.
got to do it too. Luka don't.
I already got it. He is not in the top 10.
And what?
His rebound.
Because he stacked them up like Legos.
But they're being
You got Josh. You got Hart, Dante, Giddy, Murray, Cunningham,
Even
Dane,
Giddy
Daniel,
get more
Harden,
rebounds than him.
Edwards,
Come on, bro.
Williams, Brian, Tyler Hero, Brzezinski, Shea.
And if Tyler Hero getting more rebounds than Steph, that's ridiculous.
How many? So how many rebounds? How many rebounds do Steph average a game?
I don't know.
When is he in position to rebound?
Just answer the
It
question.
be long.
Was it 5?
I don't know.
5 rebounds a game for your point guard.
What?
I don't think he had 5.
5.3
He's a 5.3.
for your point guard.
Them long rebounds.
Will
Steph
you
ain't going
stop,
in and get
man?
them long
Them
rebounds.
rebounds
Steph
after
ain't
he
going in and get them.
half-court shot.
Rebounds are rebounds. Now y'all want to say
He should have
long
half-court shot.
rebounds.
No, Steph going in there getting rebounds.
Rebounds are
Let's
rebounds.
go,
They
man.
be doing that.
Rebounds are rebounds, kid.
It don't matter how you get them, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so how is he getting his? You ever seen him go in there and get a rebound?
Yes.
Or does it kick out to him?
No. I see him going there and get a
He
rebound.
didn't have
No.
You need to stop. Here you go. It's
Small ball, right?
Yeah, small ball.
Small ball. So who gonna rebound the ball?
Hey, come
Small play.
on, small ball now.
Small ball.
When he shoot a shot from half court, he usually get his own rebound.
When he shoots the ball from half court,
He
it
usually
goes
get his own
in.
rebound.
It goes in.
It does not.
It goes in.
It does not.
So I mean, make it make sense.
This is
You just hate the man.
This is ridiculous. You just stack them up like Legos,
I'm
man.
a Steph fan.
No, man. He's terrible.
I
But
do.
now you making the man out to be a rebounder.
Back to my question. Though, I do believe though that if Golden State finds a way to pull this series out without him,
Golden State
That's not a knock on this. Like, don't do that.
Playoff Jimmy is done. Golden State.
A knock.
Because,
A knock on what, Damani?
because you
because
would
Steph
say
do that in any other system.
Man,
if
quit
the
playing,
Lakers
man.
would have pulled it out without LeBron and LeBron was hurt, you would not say that was a knock on his.
How can
his,
he do it in
it
another
would be.
system?
So don't do
No matter where
You can't-
he
and
goes,
that's
he
not
becomes
fair.
the
That's
system.
not fair.
It would be.
He
No,
becomes the
that's
system
not
no matter if he was in Boston, Chicago, whatever. Steph is the system. Just like LeBron. Everywhere he
LeBron put him in
went,
the same
he
category as
is
LeBron.
the system.
No, the system. I say Steph drives the system as far as him coming off screens and shooting the three.
What he would do?
Steph,
Did you watch
Dude.
the other night? Everybody was out of position, dog. Like
Dude,
they didn't have.
you got to think
and
about
that's why I
something.
blame Jimmy. Jimmy, dude, think of Miami.
It's only so many players that you can say wherever they go, they're gonna drive that system. I don't care where you put Steph at. When you put Steph on there, that system is gonna drive towards Steph because he's one of the greatest shooters we ever seen.
Okay.
He's gonna drive that system.
He's one of them.
Just like when LeBron went, wherever LeBron went, he drove that system.
He's one of them. Like,
if Giannis go wherever Giannis go, Giannis is gonna drive that system, bro.
So I use it. So let's think about the triangle, right? Phil Jackson takes one of the triangle, right? 11 rings. He did it with Kobe and Shaq with the triangle. He did it with Jordan and Pippen with the triangle. Now the triangle went through
Jordan's system.
Now Jordan, the triangle with the Bulls. It was Jordan, but then the triangle with the Lakers at first was Shaq.
It was Shaq. And then when he left, it was
totally
Kobe.
different players.
And then it was Kobe.
Totally different players.
But he had a
and then it
main
switched
score
over to
with
Kobe.
Michael Jordan and,
Right.
and some people that can play.
But I'm saying that the system was
Shaq and Kobe both could
The
score.
triangle wasn't working.
And so can Pippen.
Right.
Now, you're not going to be disrespectful. It was Michael and some other
The
players.
triangle
Now,
wasn't
you know
working
that.
today's game.
Scotty could score, true. But look at that Laker team with the triangle. He had more scores on the Laker team than he did with the Bulls.
One of the reasons why the
That's
triangle won't work in
So-
today's game because you ain't got no big man that's going down on the block and bang.
He had Shaq.
That's
and
why
Pippen
it never
in
worked in
Chicago.
this game.
You could throw the ball to Longley.
and you
But
can
Longley
zone
wasn't
now.
score.
Right.
You throw the ball to Shaq.
You can zone now, so the triangle wouldn't work. You can play zone.
Yeah, you could defeat it now.
Yeah.
But think about when he had Luke Longley that could move the ball or whatever. He throw it to
Bill
Shaq.
Cartwright
Shaq
had
could
one of the best.
Or
scores
Shaq
ever
ain't in the
seen.
game. You put Kobe in Mike's position in the
Boy.
triangle. Now you got another score.
Right.
Then they had Glenn Rice, Rick Fox. They had shooters. Derek Fisher. They had more scoring around when he did it with the Lakers than they had it with the Bulls.
Was Rick Fox really a scorer?
Well, for the record,
Glenn Rice could
for the
shoot.
record, I'm not taking nothing away from
Derek
Steph.
Fisher could shoot.
I'm just saying this is something.
Humidor could
This
shoot.
is something that Steph distracted.
You just gotta say Big Shot Bob.
Right?
Now, I know I
Big
hate
shot
that.
ball. Like
Hold
they had
on.
shooters.
This I'm just saying I'm not taking nothing from Steph. I'm just saying this is something that the tribe would say. Just like with the Brady argument, people said some people thought Brady was a system quarterback, right?
Okay.
And when he went to Tampa, even though he won with a different team, but remember they had to change that system to the New England
He went on
style.
and got his guy. He said, "Give me Gronk."
He said he went and got it, and they changed that system because that wasn't Bruce Arians' system when they won.
He changed.
He changed
Bruce
it
Arians was
for
step
Brady.
back and right.
Right. Arians was air it out.
Tom wanted to
Seven drops,
Yes.
7-step drops, air it out.
Yes, I agree.
Tom came, he changed the system.
Yes.
And so that to fit Tom. I'm saying, I'm just asking because you got people who don't think Brady is, they say Brady was a system quarterback. I'm just asking, would Steph be considered a system player?
He is a system player. He's trying.
Of course you're gonna say
And
that.
that's the bottom line.
Ask that guy right there. Ask that guy right there.
He a system player. He wouldn't be this
Come on,
good
Ben. Answer-
nowhere
come
else
on, Ben.
but go to
Answer the question,
state.
Ben.
As a matter of fact,
That's the
they
question.
wanted him to be the man so bad they traded one of the best scorers in basketball out of Golden State so he could be the man. And I posted in your book.
Monty Ellis.
You
No,
know
that was
Monty Ellis
back
got ran out of there because they wanted
Yeah,
they
wanted
wanted the pretty boy.
No, I agree with that. They wanted to
They
step
wanted
aside.
the pretty boy.
Yeah, he had to go. I agree with that.
With
Yeah,
the bad ankles.
Y'all,
Right.
well,
Was it a bad move?
Slide.
It was
just
a
asked.
horrible move.
Slide into the call.
It was a horrible move. As a matter of fact, I don't like to talk this topic no more.
first of all,
I'd rather talk about Shadua Sanders.
first of all, y'all high. Well, you high over here.
We know that. We still got them OKC.
Yeah,
And I ain't even finna, I'm not even gonna answer that question because it's bullshit. Because it's bullshit, and he trying to.
The money asked the question.
They trying to run my press up because I ran
The
in.
money asked the
That's all.
question. Tom.
It's on the screen. It's
Money asked the question.
Curry. It's on the screen. Our producer,
The
Sean,
screen-
the superback,
They-
put it on the
To
screen.
answer your question, hell no.
Okay.
Okay.
Hell no. Because
You don't
anywhere
want to
he
ask about
goes,
your guy, but you answer about
anywhere-
everybody else. But go ahead.
anywhere he goes,
The money didn't want to ask the question. Why you getting?
Go ahead, say it. Say what you're gonna say.
anywhere he goes.
He's a system.
They're gonna change the system for self.
Exactly.
Hey, he's a system player then.
So you answering the question?
He is the system.
Exactly.
No,
So
no,
it's Steph
no.
Curry as system player. He is the system.
So let me.
So yes.
So let me tell you this. Why is every team trying to copycat The system then.
Because they like the system.
Well, every team trying to copy that system. Ain't nobody copying that system.
They trying to get a player.
Golden State was the first team that won with small ball and won with 3-point shooting.
Hey, guess what?
People said
Steve Kerr's gonna be the only coach that we're gonna lose all these Olympics to because of the system. He had to go beg Steph to play because his system ain't working.
And what happened when Steph went over? Never mind.
Yeah, because it's the system.
Okay. Would Draymond be effective in any other system other than Golden State?
No.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
Absolutely
If
not.
he went to,
Not at all.
on where he went.
First of all,
outside of this system,
outside of Golden State.
First of all,
him playing the point forward, the point power forward.
If he went to OKC, he fit right
First of all, if
If he went to
Draymond,
Boston, he fit right in.
Absolutely.
If he went to Boston, he fit right in.
where?
Because people would be getting them
They
the
play too
ball.
much hero ball.
Let me look at it. First of all, there's too much isolation for Draymond to do that in Boston.
No.
But let me look at the capital. Absolutely not with a capital. Absolutely not.
As far as what?
As far as Draymond, if he fit
You said
anywhere.
absolutely.
Matter of fact,
Absolutely not.
to tell you the truth,
Capital, absolutely not.
to tell you the truth, if Draymond wasn't in this system right here, I don't even know if he would still be playing too much longer.
You ain't lying.
Now,
Yeah, he right.
Now-
He right. What about Clay? Because I think Clay disappeared. Is Clay still down there with the Mavericks?
Clay regretting what he did.
Because he looks absolutely like trash.
Looks lost.
But he is a system
He
guy.
looked like trash, kind of like Pippen did when Mike went there.
Now you're not going to Mike.
We
Wait,
had
wait,
MVP.
wait,
MVP.
whoa.
You talk about the year they still won.
But you wrong.
You talking about you called that terrible call.
Right. You talking about when Hugh Hollis stole the call from him?
I guess who? Hubert Davis.
Yes.
You boy, don't do that.
Let me ask you this
And I'm
question.
not a Bulls fan.
But you rather do that.
Let me ask you this question. Has Pippen won without Mike?
Oh, come on.
That's just
man.
dumb.
Answer the question.
What are you trying to? What is your
He
point?
has not.
Oh yeah.
What's your point?
For the record, no.
Look at Clay without Steph.
So you make it Steph to everybody.
Look at Clay without Steph.
Steph ain't the problem. It's the system. You trying to change it to Steph?
Look at Clay without Steph.
Wait a minute.
Okay, Clay is in Dallas with an entirely different team. He had
Different
Luka at
team.
the time,
Exactly.
and now you got Kyrie.
Look at
When
him.
Mike
So
left,
you gonna use
Ben,
him not
when
winning?
Mike left, Scotty had the same team, so it's still clicking on the same perimeter.
And he had an MVP.
He didn't go somewhere else to
Where
get
did
to a
they go?
different team.
Where did they go?
It was in the playoffs. Hugh Hollis stole the game from
Had
him.
an MVP
Second
year,
round.
and
He had-
he
yeah, he was an
still
MVP
won 50
runner.
some games that year, dog.
55 to be exact.
He
55.
lost.
And he had technically had
He
an MVP
lost.
year. I'm not a
Look at Steph
Come on, man.
without
Stop.
Steph.
Bro, you
Stop.
for real.
I'll give you.
Stop.
Let me give you. I'll give you another fucking player.
Steph won without
Bro,
Clay.
you just pick. What is your point?
Who y'all to play?
Because you everywhere with it.
And Steph won without
Look
Clay.
at KD without Steph.
Now hold on. He won the Finals MVP.
That's different
Steph
because
did.
he's a higher.
So what are you talking about?
That's
Higher.
He was the
With
man.
Steph,
And don't do that.
ring.
Steph didn't help KD.
Ring.
Steph didn't help
He
KD.
did.
No, he didn't.
Man, you can't do that because you can't do that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because 2 years KD played with Steph, he was the best player on the team,
Yes, he was.
and he was the
Yes, he
Finals
was.
MVP both years.
Right.
Why was he the
So,
best?
and that's
Why
you
was
went
he?
out and got him.
Why was
And
he
they
the
probably would have
best?
beat Toronto if Clay
Why?
didn't get hurt.
Why was he the
Probably
best
would have
player
had
on the team?
He got hurt.
Because you
Yes,
have
he
to.
was.
You have to run around and chase Steph all day long.
Man,
and
you
what
right.
did KD do?
I don't know.
He just
You
sat
right.
there and did this.
No,
Because
he did
everybody,
not.
the defense is worried about Steph.
But first,
So he ate.
First of all, that's why
He
he went
ate.
out and got him. Number one,
Hey,
he wouldn't.
hold on.
He ate.
Hold on.
Number two, he was clearly the best player on the team. Now it was still Steph's team. Don't get me wrong, but KD was clearly the best
Whoa,
player
whoa,
on
whoa,
the team.
whoa, whoa.
That's why
whoa,
he got Finals MVP
Hold on.
twice.
The
Hold on.
best player was Robin during those years.
Man, you crazy.
Who?
He
KD?
wasn't Batman. Because
I knew it
Batman,
was Steph's team. I'm not
Batman
arguing
is
that.
the little light-skinned boy that y'all talking
Hey,
about.
but you
right
need to
now.
No, it
stop
was
it.
And you
team.
thinking about it because you like,
Well, you need
You
to
got a
stop
it was
point.
Steph's
You
team.
got a
You need
point.
to stop it, was it?
Yes,
Them
it was.
2 years, them 3 years, KD was
No,
there.
no,
It was KD team.
It was Steph's
If
team.
it weren't for
KD
KD,
was the best player.
LeBron put up 40-some points. Was it 48? And KD came back with what, 40
and I'll tell you this.
to win that game. Don't
If-
you ever in your
if-
life
KD
do
was
that.
If the
best
king,
player.
if the king would have came to Golden State, he would have been fucking Robin. and I stand on that.
All right, let's move on.
That's just stupid.
What's the next?
You know what? Whatever you drinking, you need to pour it on
yourself. What's that water bottle tequila?
Right.
I feel this water bottle.
Dude gotta be hot.
Is this tequila in there?
Kevin Lowder.
This dude lost his mind.
Did he say if LeBron would have went there, it would still be so much?
I'll end that like we end that.
He worse than me.
Wait, we end this argument. We end this argument. When KD got hurt, they couldn't beat Toronto with Steph, the guy.
And the next year, Steph was in the lottery.
That's true story. That's when they lost Toronto. That's true story. That's true story.
And they got dog walk.
And Steph was in the lottery.
Well, to be fair, Clay got hurt.
Toronto got hot at the right time.
To be fair, Clay got hurt.
Period.
Now they got hurt at the right time.
No, seriously. Clay got hurt during that
series.
Hey,
Pat, didn't the system get him a lottery pick the next year?
It did.
Oh, okay. Now let's move on.
You know what?
Since he's back, man.
You know what?
LeBron ain't been the lottery.
How much time we got left?
You know what? I'm really. I expect.
LeBron ain't been the lottery.
I expect a hate from him.
Maybe Flash.
But you guys, I just don't believe it.
And you know the greatest shooter ever.
You did what you wanted to.
Maybe Stan.
Fuck you.
What's so sad?
Blame this whole conversation.
Hey, Pat, but he never talk about when it went to lottery.
I want to touch on that.
He didn't leave that alone. Batman got him in the lottery.
Right.
Draymond said something the other day that I disagree with, and I want to go in.
Who, Draymond?
And I know where you're going at because he's talking about he being targeted. Because he being targeted, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh yeah.
Smack
no,
him in his mouth.
He said an angry black man.
Smack him in his
he
mouth.
He said they're making me out to be the angry black man. I'm not an angry black man. I got a nice family. I'm good. I'm just good. I'm great at what I do. All that, right? No, Draymond.
No, I'm gonna refute you.
What you're doing, Draymond, is making it racial when you're the one laying your hands and slapping people in the face, elbowing people, stepping on people, kicking people in the groin. That's you, Draymond. Ain't nobody
choking people. Choking people.
Choking people, grabbing people. Ain't nobody did that over the last 5 6 years.
But I ain't angry. I ain't mad.
But
it's like Sly saying he ain't angry.
Man, we know that's a lie.
I got to know. But look, ain't nobody doing none of that, Draymond. But you
was real classy.
So when you say they making you out to be the angry black man, well, every time they watch you on the basketball court, Draymond,
you are.
You choking people. You slapping people. This is what you do.
In the ref's face.
Cussing the refs out.
Like,
they should have threw him out.
He could have been thrown out a bunch of games.
Bro, he got that first take note. Steph got to get off the bench to try to calm you down. They got to notice Jimmy never walked over there to him. Y'all missed that point.
Jimmy
like, this dude nuts. But Kirk tried to talk to him. Steph tried to talk to him. They talked to him right on the sideline, right? The man went directly back on the court, pointing at every ref. That boy is boozy, right? They still didn't throw him out. To me, he was trying to get thrown out.
Now,
they still didn't throw him out. So every time they watch you, Draymond, you do look like an angry black man, Draymond. Every time they look at you.
It's calling me the angry black man because, but what I am going to agree with Draymond in this one instance, I'm going to take up for it. Kevin only bringing up, and I'm going to use my favorite word, revisionist history. He's talking about right now.
You said that to him.
His
wife
it
is
was
here.
just 2 days ago. That ain't revisionist history. He slapped somebody 2 days ago.
Just slapped the dude.
He slapped the man 2 days ago. That's not revisionist history.
Your own wife is looking at you like, you lied.
He said everything is sometimes. What I'm saying is, Draymond got a point. He's been calm relatively the last couple of years. This year he's in the playoffs.
He's been calm.
But I think he's
right.
What you been watching?
You said relatively the last couple of years.
He's been calm.
Draymond Green.
He just chopped somebody last year.
He slapped somebody 2 years. 2 days ago.
He 2 tech from being suspended again.
Right. They should have thrown him out there.
But he got a point because anything he do, the cameras on him.
That is true. So stop doing the stuff.
It's some of that stuff being to play the game. Now come on, man. Y'all know it be some dirty stuff.
How come it's always you though, Sly? How come it's always you wailing and slapping people in the face? How come it's always you kicking people in the groin?
Trying to take
How come it's always you?
They dabbing for the ball.
You tried.
They dabbing for the ball, but your foot kicks him in his face.
Let me go into the dictionary. Right now, you're giving a feeble attempt because it ain't working with us.
Draymond remind me of me. He's a fool. But
you tried.
He is a fool.
That's why I'm taking up.
Yeah.
But he's smart. But he's a smart guy. He is smart.
Off the court.
He's very smart. And he's right about his family. The man,
but that ain't got nothing to do with him on the play.
So I think that's what he's trying to say. Like,
cool.
you know,
cool.
Drake.
But don't nobody see you off the court.
I mean, that's like saying
they
LeBron.
look at you when you play basketball.
That's
great. You don't get in trouble. You're
That's like us talking about LeBron. He's a good family man, but when he's on the court, he do a lot of crying.
Bill Lambill's a great family man.
He got a lot of crying actors when he on the court. But he got
Bill Lambill's a great family man.
Here's the thing.
You know, he'll break your nose.
Don't nobody see you.
He'll slam you on your head.
Don't nobody see you with your family. Don't nobody see you what you doing.
And he'll still on you.
When they watch basketball, they look at you as an angry black man because you're the only one on the court slapping people. You're the only one on the court kicking people in the groin. You're the only people cussing out the ref.
So yeah,
forgot when he stops a bonus in the tree.
Stepped on the man. So when they watch you play basketball, you do look like
and shit out there.
And he punched out his own teammate in practice.
Your teammate, that's on camera.
Knock Jordan Poole.
So every time they see you,
that was not on camera. That was
somebody leaked it.
He knocked Jordan Poole to the Wizards.
They need to say Draymond, the working man, Green.
No,
if y'all watch the working man.
I seen the working man.
Right.
So
that's him.
So you're saying they trying to make you out
Dude,
to be a black man. And the reason why you did that is because you don't want to take accountability of what you do, dog. Own up to your bullshit. That's you doing that. I don't see nobody else in the league. You doing that.
You know what?
So own up and take accountability for it.
I'm going to defend Draymond right now and say, let me be Draymond. Let me be Draymond.
There you go.
So here's where now we've seen a lot of instances though where Draymond probably should have been kicked out.
The other night.
Should have been kicked out, right? Now, but we all know we talk about everybody talk about how fixed the league is. Do you think they kind of protect him like from getting thrown out because they know without him?
They try to.
They know without him going to stay
try to
because they don't have no size already.
Right. So you let him just cut out the
and they try to.
We've seen him do it. He keeps doing it.
They try to give him leeway, bro, but he pushes.
He keeps doing
pushes the envelope.
Now they'll give him the first tech, but that second tech. He go crazy. They just let him go.
They
try to give him. They will not
should have got the second take the other night. Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
but you know what?
He got it against Houston.
But you know what?
He should have got it against Houston when he punched when he hit the
should have got thrown out on them. You're right.
Yeah, he should have
been suspended by now. You're right.
He should, man. We're not gonna keep talking about. I like Draymond. He is my favorite player on Golden State. Period and point blank.
You look in the mirror, you see Draymond.
Right.
You look in the mirror and see
Draymond. Because he the real hustler. He the real dog in that team.
You're attracted to him. Just slap everybody every other game.
You know me.
You know follow him and he's your favorite player.
Absolutely. He was my favorite player.
Dude, that's the greatest shooter ever.
No.
Don't compare him to Robin. The one thing I said about Robin wasn't dirty. Draymond's borderline dirty. Robin was never dirty. Robin did a lot of crazy shit. But Robin was never dirty like that.
And Draymond would have
you know what Draymond?
Somebody
Draymond came basically.
It's the cameraman.
Nobody thought Draymond was
cameraman don't count.
All right. We got a couple minutes left, man. We got about 4 minutes. Yeah, because we was on some bullshit that y'all threw in the game.
Jamani did the shit.
But that's okay, man.
Yeah,
so
president.
We got about present, right? I got you. So today's game, the Boston game, who you got?
The Knicks. All day, every day. I don't like Pat.
I got Boston.
Well, we know you're going Boston.
You already know, and they mean
where you going?
I'm going Boston. I think Boston wins tonight.
Well, the Knicks gonna win
by double figures tonight.
Let's go Knicks.
Say the word.
Bet.
And then is Golden State Minnesota tonight too?
Yes. Who you got? Is Jimmy gonna come out and have a game?
You asking him or me?
I'm gonna take Golden State. I think Jimmy gonna go crazy tonight.
Oh, you know I'm taking Minnesota all the way to the end. You didn't get actually.
No, 1-1. Game 3.
It's a must win for both of them.
I want to say Jimmy gonna snap tonight, so it's hard for me to go against Golden State at the crib
tonight.
I don't.
I'm gonna go Golden State tonight. And I'm gonna go Minnesota.
I'll be watching back.
I'm gonna have to ride with Slide tonight, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd rather watch wrestling than that game.
I think Golden State wins tonight. Steve Kerr pulled Jimmy to the side.
Honestly, I don't know.
I'm
really scared.
If anybody, I think Steph pulled him to the side.
Like, look, dude,
don't be scared.
You play off Jimmy,
buddy.
Right?
Yeah,
you play off Jimmy.
Hold on. Because Ben be trying to avoid the Crow Meals. Who you got tonight?
The Crow Meals.
You don't want to never want to eat Crow.
Damn.
Who you got tonight?
You're not gonna rock with your squad in the crib?
No, I'm gonna go Minnesota.
Really?
I'm gonna go Minnesota.
I'll never go against LeBron.
If Minnesota lose, if Golden State lose tonight, that's
I'm a realist. I'm a basketball fan.
You ain't no realist. You're an opportunist. Because if they lose, if Golden State win, you'll be like, see, I didn't pick my team.
I'll be surprised.
Right.
I will be really surprised
like
if they
Stephen
win.
A. when he never picked the Knicks.
No, I'm just saying.
Stop.
I'm just keeping it. I'm
they
keeping it
win.
buck.
They win tonight.
But it's gonna be the whole.
They
When
win.
Steph come back, it's gonna be like Willis Reed coming out the locker room.
Steph not coming back.
Steph ain't coming back.
This series will be over
Steph
with
ain't
before he
coming
coming back.
Hold on, man.
You
Wait a minute. We're not gonna let that slide. We're not gonna let that slide. Steph comes back and be like, Willis, where you coming out the locker room? Are you high?
Gonna come limp out. They gonna pull out the snap.
Are you high?
Hell yeah.
Everybody else.
When it happens,
Slide. You let that slide.
when it happens, the text will say Negro dominance. That's the only text y'all gonna get. It's gonna say Negro dominance. Because you said Jimmy wouldn't be able to play. Today's medicine and treatment is totally different.
Jimmy wasn't that hurt.
Not that you saying that now.
No, I thought he was.
So now they're gonna shoot him. Now they're gonna shoot him. Excuse the pun, with some Novocaine.
You gonna have the same thing. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Facts.
But Ben,
I'm gonna say you gonna have the same stuff that Wayne
I'm
has.
old enough to remember, and I done watched basketball a lot of years. And I've seen dudes get hamstrings, and they don't play for 2, 3, damn near a month, right? I done seen LeBron James have a hamstring, growing out, man miss a month, at least 3 weeks. So there's no way.
You ain't gonna be able to make no cuts, man. That was no hamstring.
Yeah, that was no hamstring.
Listen,
basketball, you moving lateral, vertical, man. That's a lot.
He out, dog. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
And if he pull it again, he out.
Now, if he did it in March, you tell me he coming back in April.
Listen.
I got you. But during the series,
Sports
this game
medicine
3
is
tonight,
different, man.
It's
Sports
game 3
medicine
tonight.
is different. He's not coming tonight.
You know what?
He's not playing tonight.
You're very optimistic.
Hey,
You're very optimistic.
I am.
36
He ain't
years
coming back from the hamstring, bro.
I am.
They saying at least a week, so he got to be out this week.
In this game 3,
When that text, I need y'all to answer the text when he come out like Willis Reed and the crowd go wild and they win the game. Negro dominance.
The man got a hand.
So that's not tonight, though, right?
No, not tonight.
Oh, okay.
Not
June
tonight.
22nd.
He gonna come back.
Both days.
Hey,
Yeah, because June 22nd, because I'm done.
you know
I'm
when you
done.
play again, baby?
I'm done.
All right,
I'm ready to give my part.
We came
October
to
25.
when
When the
the end of the
NBA
ride.
season start next year?
We
October.
came to the end of the ride.
You saying he come back to October?
He gonna play October 2025.
Wow.
End of the
Man got a
ride.
hamstring.
Pardon shots. Kevin.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Right.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Appreciate the love. We got guests today. Appreciate y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? Appreciate the ride, y'all.
PG.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody out there, Boston fan, strap in. It's gonna be a long one today. Matter of fact, the game finna come on soon.
Yeah, they play in the afternoon. Boston play 2:30.
Strap on.
Strap on. Strap in, huh?
I gotta gear up and get yourself ready.
Yeah, I guess so.
Angry,
I guess.
angry man.
Right in the middle of the Diddy track.
Hey, look, man. I'm glad I came out this week. You know what? This is one of the
But they
best.
looking for jewels.
This is one of the best shows I've been on. I'm glad I came out.
Oh
this
my
week.
goodness.
Nah,
Well, you ain't
I
been in a
won't. I
while.
won't be back until the going home show.
We already know.
June 21st,
Well, imagine
22nd.
that, America.
We're gonna have a going home show. I'll be on that show.
He got a hamstring in him.
Sorry.
He have a hamstring every week.
That's Porzingis now with that fancy virus.
I will be on that show. SmokeFellas 10-year anniversary. We having a party
He
for the
came back and he
weekend.
gone again.
I'll be on that show.
Lefty.
Go to my-
Yeah, damn, so much going on. If y'all gonna be in Houston, week after next, that Friday night, SmokeFellas hosting the after party that Friday night. Come on, if y'all gonna be in Houston, come on out kicking with us at Herf. At Herf, right, kid? Herf?
Yes, sir.
Yep, out at Herf. So y'all come check us out if you're in Houston. And
West
Slides already put it out there. Anniversary weekend, 10-year anniversary, SmokeFellas, Diva Lee, June 21st, Carlisle Tequila Bar, and June 22nd at Wampum Lake, the picnic.
Wampum Lake.
Wampum, Palm, whatever the hell it is.
He was never good with names.
I know. I see y'all out there, man. Peace.
Give your party shots out, shorty. Let's
As
go.
I always say at the end of every show, where there's smoke,
there's fellas, baby.
Peace.
We out here, Sean, Isaac, whatever you want.
Happy birthday, Sean.
Isaac.
Again.
From the love boat.
Again?
thought he was a super back, man. Why we changing that Isaac again?